Live. Good evening. Welcome aboard. Again, we're live at O'Brien Field in beautiful Elizabethton, Tennessee. The first day of spring, ready to bring you Elizabethton Cyclone baseball. Good evening to you. Yours truly, Tom Taylor. Mike side with the man himself, the head coach of the Elizabethton Cyclones, Coach Ryan Presnell. Coach, first off, before we get into anything else, we must give you props. Congratulations, Papa. Another child. Tell me all about it, would you?
Lucky number 3. So we got another boy on the way. So the little girl was real happy because she gets to be Daddy's princess for the rest of her life. This one's it for us.
So, children, 2 little fellers and a girl.
2 little guys and a girl. So
young man's name is
Ryan Jr. And then this little guy we're thinking is going to be Cole, but we have yet to agree on a middle name.
Okay.
So Mom will probably just get to pick it, and I'll just be the way it is.
Cole would a Cyclone work? Cyclone?
I'm not sure she'd go for that, Tom.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
We got ourselves a baseball game coming up. Let's talk about the first 2 games. Unicoi County, we had that one. Then Saturday, the early game due to play in April. You played the Sullivan East Patriots and got a big win, 11-7. Tell me about it.
Absolutely. Just had a tiger of a first inning, gave up 7 runs in the top of the first. I tell you, in all my years of coaching, I don't think I've ever seen a team come back from 7 down in the first inning, much less not give up any runs the rest of the game. It's a testament to our defense, testament to our pitching. You know, one guy has a bad day, and that's baseball, and that's the way it's going to go. But if you've got 13, 14 guys who are ready to roll behind you and do what it takes and just chip away, a lot of mental toughness for 7 innings, to be down for 6.5 of those innings and then to come back in the bottom and score 4 runs says a lot about our kids and a lot about what they do.
Let's take a look at Garrett Hartley. 16 punch-outs over 2 games. Kid was on fire Saturday and had a big ball game and helped kind of propel this ball club to get that big win.
Yeah, he's a jewel. He's one of those kids. I swear, if we brought the Yankees in here, he'd be begging to pitch just to see what he's got. He's not scared of anything. You know, when we put him out there, we let him know, it's like, man, if you're feeling good, we're going to leave you. It's going to be a long day. We weren't even planning on pitching him that day for obvious reason, but, you know, we get in that situation, we need a conference win, and he was there. You know, Eggleston set him up perfectly. We had Lawson Wagner come in, get an out, and then we flip-flop he and Eggleston, get us out of that inning, and then got us out of the second inning, and then we just rolled with Garrett for the rest of the way.
Don Ryan Presnell. Again, we've got the Central Cougars here tonight. It's a busy week, weather permitting. Tomorrow night at North, Wednesday at Volunteer, then Friday we've got right back here at Volunteer, our next broadcast. So let's talk about your starter tonight. You've got on the mound Matthew Daly starts for the Cyclones.
Yeah, young guy. It's going to be his first varsity start. Really got some electric stuff. You know, velocity is really good for a sophomore. Really good breaking stuff. I've rarely seen a young guy with the breaking stuff that this guy's got. You know, we're going to try to push him tonight. We're going to try to see how long he can go. And, you know, if he'll throw strikes, he's got a defense fielding at 950 behind him. Got a big park to play with. You know, Central always rolls some big kids out there, but we got a big park and we got a great outfield lineup for him today. So if he can just throw strikes, we expect him to be out there for a while.
There you go. It's the name of the game. So, again, busy week. This week was rains in the offing tomorrow, but, again, you take them one at a time. We've got these guys tonight, the Cougars, and we're back in here with Volunteer in our broadcast on Friday night. So, in between a couple of road games, the Volunteer North, weather permitting. So, It's tis the season, busy time, right?
It is what it is. And you know, here we go into week 2. Regular season's only 6 weeks long. And we told the guys after the end of this week, you're 33% done with your regular season, and we play that way. I mean, there's not a baseball team out there that can come back from 7 down in the first inning that doesn't play with zest and zeal for life. And, you know, that's because we've got love of Jesus running through our veins down there in that locker room, man. I'll tell you, there's special kids that treat each other the right way. They treat their opponents the right way. They treat the officials and their parents the right way. And if you're going to do those types of things, I'm not saying God's going to give you a baseball game, but you know, generally that's where you're supposed to live your life, and that's how we play the game of baseball.
The $100,000 question I say every day: what are you going to do to Jesus? This is real simple. And I was reading Habakkuk the other night. You're either going to live for the Lord or live for yourself. That's what he taught. That's what he taught Habakkuk in the Old Testament.
I hear you. You're getting deep in there, Habakkuk.
Oh, baby.
I hear you.
Oh, baby. Yeah. Got to get in there and chew the fat. There's a lot of meat on the plate,
Amen,
as Daddy used to say. So,
Amen.
In the book. Hey, I know you can get down and let's go get them. See you after the game. Cyclone Pride.
Cyclone Pride, brother.
You got it. It is an honor to come up here and call these games. I'll tell you what, these guys, top shelf around here, folks. These are classy people, and I'm honored to be a part of this community so far right now, calling these ball games for the Elizabethton Cyclones. Again, we got a JV game going on in front of us, so we start a little early so we get him on the air because we want to make sure he was given the opportunity to chit-chat with us, and he did, and he's a heck of a coach, and again, Ryan Presnell, head baseball coach of the Elizabethton Cyclones. So, JV game going here. This one's going to wind up pretty soon here. We got to get ready for the varsity gentlemen coming to town. The Elizabethton Cyclones by Matthew Daly and the Sullivan Central Cougars getting ready to do battle here. We'll have more for you. We'll take a look at all the different sports. Got some breaking sports news involving, Dwight Clark, Cody Sensabaugh. Got some NBA news, got some college basketball news or sports, and we'll tell you all about that right after this. The game today being brought to you by Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union. Thanks to Candy Craig and the folks, again, sponsoring this broadcast for us. And we'll come back with more from O'Brien Field and Elizabeth on the first day of spring. A little cool. Lights are on. It's going to be a great day for a ball game. Great way to bring it to you here again around the world on Facebook Live. You're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
And we're back again as we are live again at O'Brien Field here in Elizabethton. Again, the pregame show continues. Thanks to Coach Presnell stopping by. And let's take a look at some of the sports news we've got for you from this afternoon, because we have some breaking sports stories. One of those involving former Dobbins Minute star Cody Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh moving, of course, had a long-term contract with the Rams, played with the Titans, and he left the Titans and got dealt over after only signed a 2-year contract with the Rams and went over to the Giants, played, 3 games there. Played 10 games, including against the Rams in London a few weeks after being waived. Today, he signed a 2-year contract with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Cody Sensabaugh out of Kingsport Dobbins Minute. So Sensabaugh again went and met with the Steelers and signed a 2-year contract in 5 seasons. Sensabaugh has played in 72 games, 194 tackles, a sack, 23 pass defenses, and 2 interceptions. And so Cody Sensabaugh now moving from the Titans to the Rams to the Giants, now a 2-year contract signed to be in the defensive backfield with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Also, my boys, the Raiders. They've got themselves a backup quarterback now, E.J. Manuel, coming over to back up Derek Carr for the Oakland Raiders. And so the addition of Manuel likely means the end of Matt McGloin's 4-year career in Oakland. Although he'd been with the Raiders since 2013, his contract expired, and so he's going to move on. For Manuel, the move to Oakland means a fresh start for a quarterback who spent 4 disappointing seasons in Buffalo. After being selected as the 16th overall pick at the 2013 NFL Draft, E.J. Manuel was expected to be the quarterback of the future in Buffalo. Never panned out. He only started a total of 17 games with the Bills and just went 6-11 in that time frame. So he moves on to be the head man, or I should say the backup man, the second banana, if you will, to Derek Carr in Oakland. Speaking of the Raiders, my boys, win, lose, or time, a Raider till I die. Marshawn Lynch has now come out and said he does want to come out of retirement. He does want to run for the Oakland Raiders. He's from Oakland. He wants to play football for the Silver and Black. So stay tuned. The Raiders in need of a running back after letting Latavius Murray walk away in free agency. Murray signed with the Vikings, making Adrian Peterson a possible fit for Oakland, but the Raiders haven't shown much interest in inking Peterson, who apparently has not figured out what his market value really is at this point. So Marshawn Lynch says, I'd like to be an Oakland Raider. So stay tuned. It may happen before it's all said and done. Baseball news, Tim Tebow has been announced for the New York Mets. Tim Tebow, again, Tebow is trying his hand with the New York Mets. It's been announced he will not come to Kingsport. He will start in the Sally League in the Low A affiliate for the Mets organization, and Tim Tebow will be in the South Atlantic League with the Columbia Fireflies. That's been announced this afternoon, and so Tim Tebow, a lot of folks thought he'd be coming to Kingsport. It's not going to be the case. Tim Tebow will be going to Columbia and the Sally League for the New York Mets organization. And more college basketball, of course. They're looking for a new coach for the Indiana Hoosiers. Looks like the front runners at this point, UCLA Steve Alford, also Baylor's Scott Drew, Butler's Chris Holtman, Xavier's Chris Mack, Wichita State's Greg Marshall, or Dayton's Archie Miller. One of those guys looks like maybe the new head basketball coach of the Indiana Hoosiers. Now, Tom Crean, who got fired, is being looked at pretty strongly by LSU in the Southeastern Conference. So the coaching carousel has begun in college basketball. And so, again, yes, I've got that perfect. Yep. And so that's what you're looking at. Tom Crean being courted now somewhat by the LSU Bayou Bengals. They let Johnny Jones go earlier in the season. On a kind of a sad note, did you see where Greg Marshall's wife, Lynn, she was so intoxicated at the game, the coach, Wichita State's wife, they had to ask her to leave the arena because of her overindulgence of the fruit of the vine, apparently. She was very belligerent, and it got to the point she was asked to leave the arena when Wichita State was playing Kentucky, which is a sad commentary. But anyway, that's a story that's really doesn't need any more. An even sadder story, Dwight Clark. Remember Dwight Clark, who made the catch for the San Francisco 49ers? 60 years old, he has told us today he's been diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease, the age of 60. And so the young man who made that famous catch off of Joe Montana, again, from Joe Montana, NFC playoff game, again has been diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease. So anyway, that's what's going on with pro football news. Hey, this game's over, the JV game, so we're not that far away from getting started here. We're live again at O'Brien Field as the sun's kind of popped out here. The lights are on. It's cloudy, overcast. We got rain coming tonight. Looks like it's going to stick around for a couple of days, but right now it's a beautiful day in the ballpark for a great day coming up for Elizabethton Cyclone baseball. The Cyclones and the Sullivan Central Cougars. We have more for you from O'Brien Field in Elizabethton. Game today being brought to you by Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union. We'll talk more about those folks coming up here in just a minute as we're live here again at O'Brien Field in Elizabeth, and you're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Football on the Tom Taylor Sports Show on Facebook Live.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
Back in O'Brien Field in Elizabethton, Tennessee. Thanks for being with us, getting ready for Cyclone Baseball. If you see on the screen, you can win tickets to the Bristol Motor Speedway NASCAR Xfinity Fitzgerald Glider Kids 300 or the Auto Zombie 125 on April 22nd. Look who our first winner is. On the screen, Jennifer Carr from Elizabethton. She wins. She won a family 4-pack. So all you got to do to register for these free tickets is to simply go to the website which we just showed you a few minutes ago. That would be TomTaylorSports.com/contest, and we'll put your name in the bucket. We'll draw a brand new winner this week. It's a family 4-pack to go see. Again, the Fitzgerald Glider 300 and also the Auto Zombie 125. It's a double dip coming up in 32 days from today. Food City 500, 33 days out. So if you get a chance, go there. It's absolutely free, no purchase necessary. There's no strings attached. We need your first name, last name, the town that you've registered from. We don't want your address. We don't want your social. We don't want your blood type. We don't know who you're married to. We don't know who you're dating. We don't want any of that. We just want name, first and last name, the town, and an email address so we can contact you. TomTaylorSports.com/contest, and we'll get you ready to roll for, again, tickets. We'll give those away. Our next round of tickets will be coming up on Friday, again, during the Tom Taylor Sports Show. In fact, we'll be at Food City right down the road here, at Food City in Elizabethton for the Midnight Madness sale. Speaking of Food City, let's tell you about some of the specials we got going on right now. Again, the Cyclones and the Cougars going through their pregame warm-ups, and we're going to be a while, so we're going to run down some Food City ads that are good through tomorrow night at all Food City stores. Buy one, get one free this week. You got the Cheetos or Fritos, buy one, get one free. Food City Premium Ice Cream, yeah. Buy one, get one free. Red Baron Pizzas, and also shredded chunk or cube cheese from Food Club variety are all buy one, get one free this week at your local Food City. Also, you've got the Food Club pretzels. No, thank you. Food Club pretzels, buy one, get one free. Food Club peanuts, buy one, get one free. Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, yeah. Buy one, get one free this week at Food City. And Hormel chili, no beans, also buy one, get one free. Some of the other specials, your soft drinks this week, you've got the Pepsi products, 12-pack, 12-ounce cans, 3 for $12. Also, Pepsi products, 6-pack of 16-ounce bottles, 4 for $11. And let's see, out of the meat department, you've got the boneless pork sirloin chops for $1.99 a pound at your local Food City. And also seafood. They sell a ton of seafood all over the place, all 106 stores, and I know they sell a ton right down the street here at Food City in Elizabethton at Les's store. Again, salmon fillets this week, $7.99 with your Food City value card. Cooked shrimp, farm-raised cooked shrimp, $7.99 a pound. And out of the Bakery Deli, check them out. They've got the Philly cheesesteak combo. Couldn't make it for this, folks. The Philly cheesesteak combo, a 6-inch Philly cheesesteak combo for $5, includes fries or chips and a drink, again at your local Food City. And we appreciate them very much being with us here on Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball and, of course, on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Now, one of our sponsors, or our sponsor for the game tonight, the good folks at Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union, Candy Craig and the folks, again, they got it started all the way back in 2001 as a community charter. The original mission of this credit union was to serve the employees of the Mead Paper, currently Domtar in Kingsport. They were given a community charter in 2001. Today they serve 8 communities in Northeast Tennessee, Southwest Virginia, and Eastern Kentucky. In January of 2013, their charter was expanded to include anyone who belonged to the nonprofit Human Economic Appalachian Development Corporation. So their mission, very simple, at Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union, is dedicated to providing community and economic development to undeserved individuals and businesses that lack adequate access to capital, high-quality financial services, and financial counseling in its service areas. So they feel like some folks are underserved, so their goal is to provide community and economic development to underserved individuals and businesses that lack adequate access to capital, high-quality financial services, and financial counseling in Northeast Tennessee, Southwest Virginia, and Eastern Kentucky. And, of course, they did a great job, been around a long time, and so Candy Craig, who again was signed on for this, said absolutely we want to help out. And so you've got locations in Norton, Rogersville, Johnson City, Berea, Kentucky, McKee, Kentucky, Gray, Tennessee, and Kingsport, Tennessee. And again, those are the branches. And again, you can check them out by simply going to the internet, and that would be for acfcu.org, and that's how you find them. Again, the Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union, our sponsor of today's ball game here, as the sun's popped out in O'Brien Field in Elizabethton. You look at the NIT tonight. Let's take a look at college basketball and see what's going on in the NIT. They've got games involving tonight in Region 2. You've got the number 4 seed Colorado State and the number 8 seed California Bakersfield going to do battle. Also tonight you have the University of Texas at Arlington taking on the Akron Zips. That one's being played in Arlington, Texas tonight. Out of Region 3, the Redbirds of Illinois State taking on the Central Florida Knights. It'll be 1 versus 4 tonight in Normal, Illinois. And in Champaign, Illinois, the Fighting Illini of Illinois taking on Boise State. So Illinois State and Illinois could be playing each other. They both win tonight into the semifinals of the NIT. Those are tonight's games. Now, tomorrow, in the NIT, you've got the number 4 seed Texas Christian and the number 6 seed the Richmond Spiders. And then you also got tomorrow night Ole Miss, the Rebels, taking on the Ramblin' Wreck of Georgia Tech, 5 versus 8 in the NIT coming up tomorrow night. That's your NIT schedule. Also coming up at 6:45 tonight, the Lady Vols in action. Tennessee taking on the Louisville Lady Cardinals. Should be a packed house in Louisville in front of the home crowd of the Oklahoma City Regional. And so Tennessee at 20-11 will battle the Louisville Lady Cardinals at 28-7 tonight. Again, in women's NCAA basketball, we'll keep you posted on that game as it unfolds a little bit later on this evening. So we're at 6:32. We're about 28 minutes away from baseball. The Sullivan Central Cougars and the Elizabethton Cyclones ready to do battle. And again, we'll take a quick break, come right back, and we'll have more for you as we're live from O'Brien Field in Elizabethton. Take a look at some of the numbers for this baseball team for Ryan Presnell right after this timeout. Live from O'Brien Field, you're fixing to hear, that sounds country, you're getting ready to hear Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball here on Facebook Live.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications, in 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have one of those, we have 3 ASE master technicians here. With the ratio, it goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop. So it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import and Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Back at O'Brien Field, thanks for being with us. Again, a sun-splashed first day of spring. A little cool, but it's nice compared to other parts of the country. I was talking to one of my buddies a while ago. It's way up there in up around the lake, the Great Lakes, that it's, 30, 40 degrees, and wind's kind of whipping. Not a real good evening there, but it's a very pretty evening here. Rain rolling in here later tonight. Again, we hope to get this game in. Of course, right now, blue skies and again, plenty of sunshine here at O'Brien Field in Elizabethton. You look at this Elizabethton baseball team, again, they're 1-1 on the season. They lost a heartbreaker here to Unicoi County 8-5 last week, our first broadcast. Then on Saturday, a game that was moved up in April because Sullivan East had no tarp on their field in Bluff City, so they played here. We'll go there in April. But again, we won that ball game 11-7, did the Elizabethton Cyclones. A great afternoon of baseball. We're going to break that one down for you coming up here in a few minutes. But you look around this diamond, the starting lineup today, you see, 2, 3 seniors, and that's it. And this is a young baseball team. 3 out of the 4 seniors on this team will be starting today. Jesse Carr in left field, Michael Robinson at shortstop, and Brody Adams at third. Everybody else are underclassmen, including a freshman in right field, Evan Carter. Center fielder, junior Ryan Wetzel. Second baseman, Ethan Eggleston, is a junior. Nick Johnson will be anchoring down first as a junior. And Evan Perkins, the catcher, is only a sophomore. So this is a young baseball team for Ryan Presnell. And so that is for fans who are following Cyclone baseball, you've got several years, a couple of good years here, of some really, really talented young men that are underclassmen. So pretty exciting stuff here again at Elizabethton High School. So you go back to game one. Cyclones and Unicoi County passed the lead back and forth last Monday a week. Unicoi County prevails 8-5, tied at 5, with Unicoi County batting at the top of the seventh when Dylan Putman doubled off Trey Shown, driving in a run, and of course the floodgates kind of opened up after that. And so in the bottom of the sixth inning, Elizabethton tied things up at 5. Then a wild pitch by Peavy House scored a run for the Elizabethton varsity team. Unicoi County scored 4 in the fifth. The big inning for Unicoi County came thanks to a stolen base, a triple by Putman, and a wild pitch. And so when the smoke cleared, it was a barn burner, 8-5. Same two teams meet in April in Irwin. And so it was an 8-5 win registered by the visitors from Unicoi County, and a good ball game, fun game to call, especially coming out of the gate for the first game of the season. And so that was then. Then on Saturday, as we said, they defeat Sullivan East in the conference game. After taking the lead late in the game was tied at 7 when the Cyclones batting the bottom of the sixth. Matt Hobson walked Evan Perkins to drive in a run. The bases loaded. Evan Carter led the Cyclones, drove in 4 runs on Saturday, went 3 for 4 at the plate. Carter drove in runs on a single in the fifth and a single in the sixth. Again, Elizabethton even things up at 7 in the bottom of the fifth inning. Evan Carter drove in those 2 when he singled in the fifth. Garrett Hartley earned the win for Elizabethton, tossed 5 innings, allowing no runs, 2 hits, and struck out 10. So in 2 games, Garrett Hartley has 16 punch-outs as the big dog for this Elizabethton pitching staff for Ryan Presnell. Brody Adams started the game, ran into some trouble, went a third of an inning, allowing 7 runs, 3 hits, and striking out only 1. In comes Hartley to, again, kind of slam the door against the Sullivan East Patriots, and so they win it on Saturday 11-7. The numbers on Saturday: Elizabethton 11 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. Sullivan East 7 runs, 5 hits, and they committed 2 errors. So in the 2 games, Elizabethton has outscored their opponent 16-15. Elizabethton 16 runs, 18 hits, they've committed 5 errors in 2 games. And for the opposition, 15 runs, they've had 13 hits, and they've committed 2 errors so far in 2017. Game number 3 of this young season for the Cyclones, again with a record of 1-1, and both games count in the conference, losing to Unicoi County and defeating Sullivan East on Saturday. Other games around the region today in baseball. Looks like it's going to be a good night to get everybody in. Tennessee High at Crockett tonight in Jonesboro. Dobbins Middle will be in Churchill to battle volunteer. Sullivan East will be down the road. In fact, we passed it coming in. Sullivan East and Happy Valley will play in a 6 o'clock first pitch. Unicoi County will be at Sullivan South. That'll be a dandy between the Rebels and the Blue Devils. Sullivan North in Johnson County tonight up on the mountain. North Green at University High. South Green at Unaka, and Cloudland will be at Hampton. Now in softball, the Lady Cyclones off today. They'll be at Unicoi County tomorrow for a 5 o'clock first pitch, weather permitting. Today in softball, Science Hill at Unicoi County. Unaka at Sullivan Central. The Lady Warriors of Happy Valley hosting Coburn. The Hampton Lady Bulldogs in softball hosting Mitchell County. And Cloudland goes to Avery County, North Carolina, in girls high school softball. So that's kind of a look at what's happening around the region. We'll take another break. We'll come right back and we'll jump in here and take a look at some individual stats on this Elizabethton baseball team. 2 games in. Again, they've scored 16 runs, 18 hits. The opponent scored 15 runs and had 13 hits. And so it's been a good start for the lads in orange and black here in Elizabethton. Quick break. We'll be right back. Our game sponsored by Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union. You're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball on Facebook Live.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and done. We're your one-and-done location for all your insurance needs: auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one-and-done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Back at O'Brien Field again. Thanks for being with us here. We're getting ready for Cyclone baseball against the Sullivan Central Cougars again at O'Brien Field. Let's take a look at some numbers for this baseball team. Again, first off, on the pitching staff, it starts and stops, quite frankly, with Garrett Hartley. This kid's been lights out the first two assignments he's had. He's gone 9 innings so far. He started one game. He's pitched in both games for Elizabethton. He's 1-0. Garrett Hartley has given up 6 hits in 9 innings, 3 runs, 2 of those earned, but he's struck out 16. He's walked 6 and hit a batter. His ERA is a sparkling 1.44 for the southpaw Garrett Hartley. So, again, 9 innings under his belt, 16 strikeouts, 6 walks, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 of those earned. And, again, he has a record, obviously, of 1-0. Today, Matthew Daly will be the starter. Daly went an inning and a third against Unicoi County. And so he gave up a hit, 2 runs, both those earned. He walked 1, struck out 2, and he also hit a batter. So Matthew Daly is the starting pitcher this afternoon of record, or this evening rather, for the Elizabethton Cyclones. So you look up and down the batting average right now. We'll go right down the list, and Brody Adams batting .250, Ethan Eggleston .600 right now, Evan Carter batting .667. Also for Elizabethton, Jesse Carr batting .333, Matthew Daly batting .333, Ryan Wetzel batting .333. The team, no homers, looking for their first long ball of the season, 14 RBIs for the Cyclones. Again, hitting-wise, you got Evan Carter. Carter, 4 for 6 so far in the season with 4 hits, 4 RBIs, batting .667. His on-base percentage at .750. His slugging percentage at .667. This guy's knocking the cover off the ball right now. Hope it continues. Ethan Eggleston batting .600. Eggleston on the season, he's 3 for 5 with a double and an RBI for the Cyclones. Also, you have Jesse Carr batting .333. Matthew Daly, as we said, with a double under his belt, batting .333. RBI department, you look up and down the ledger, you have Carter with 4 RBIs, Michael Robinson with 3 RBIs, Evan Perkins and Logan Eastep with 2 each. And right now, the RBI department, Ethan Eggleston, Matthew Daly, and Nick Johnson all have driven in a run so far. We're looking for our first home run of the season. Big ballpark here, of course, the home of the Elizabethton Twins. So you got to poke one out of here pretty good to get it up and out of this massive ballpark here on the river in Elizabethton. But it has been done before, but they'll have to get a pretty good poke to make that happen. And a long drive here for the Elizabethton Cyclone offense. So both teams out here working out, getting ready. We're going to take another break, working all these commercials, and let folks know who's our sponsors of not only this particular game, but also for the show as well, the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And we'll take a quick break. We'll come right back, and we'll carry on here as we're live again at O'Brien Field, getting ready for Elizabethton Cyclone baseball.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Back in Elizabethton, again, winning tickets to Bristol Motor Speedway, the NASCAR Xfinity Series, Fitzgerald Gliders Kit 300, and also the Autos, the Can-Am Pro Lights Series, the Auto Zombie 125 on April the 22nd. We pick a winner every Friday of a family 4-pack. Look who won. Jennifer Carr from Elizabethton. She was our first winner. We'll pull another winner this Friday. And so Jennifer out of Elizabethton, talked to her yesterday. She was quite happy about that, as well she should be. All she did was put her name in the bucket, and so you can do the same thing. She won a family 4-pack, going to the races in, 32 days from today. Can't wait to be up there calling the races and doing the PA work for the Bush's Beans Pole Day on Friday the 21st, the 22nd, the Double Dip. Again, the Auto Zombie 125 and the Fitzgerald Glider Kit 300. It's going to be a lot of fun. Eric Jones, the defending champ of that race from a year ago. Chad Fincham from Knoxville, Tennessee, is the defending champ of the Canadian Series. He'll be back to defend his crown. And so how do you, and as we said, with the Fitzgerald Glider Kits 300, Eric Jones, young man who's now with the Furniture Row Racing team of Martin Truex Jr., is the defending champ of the race. I don't know if he'll be in the Xfinity Series or not, but it's a chance for you to win some free tickets. All you got to do is go to the website you see on the screen here, TomTaylorSports.com/contest, and there it is, just that simple. And our first winner from last Friday, we'll pull a new winner this Friday, so be sure and get your name in the bucket. And there's our winner from last Friday, Jennifer Carr from Elizabethton. That's pretty cool stuff, and so we're very excited about that, and had a chance, again, as we said, talked to her yesterday, and she was a happy camper, as well she should be. Sullivan Central and Elizabethton getting ready to do battle here in baseball. Again, want to run down what's going on in the Major League Baseball for today. And I think we told you earlier that Tim Tebow, it's been announced he will not be coming to Kingsport. A lot of folks thought he would. He's going to be moving on to the South Atlantic League, the Columbia, South Carolina Fireflies, and the South Atlantic League for the New York Met organizations. Will not be here, but so if you want to watch Tebow, you got to go to Columbia to catch that one. Also, the Indians announcing the right-hander Cody Anderson, undergoing reconstructive elbow surgery, will miss the entire season. 26-year-old made 9 starts for the Indians last season, was expected to begin this year at AAA in Buffalo, and so he has gone for the year. And that's a big blow to the Indian staff, even though he's going to start out at AAA in Buffalo, but still they anticipate him moving up, and so that's not going to happen. So it will be a tough blow for Cody Anderson, and the elbow surgery reconstructive missing the entire 2017 season for the Cleveland Indians. I want to give a big props to our folks that make this go. Our social media guys will be Appalachian Digital, our buddies Jeremiah Clark and Michael Smith. They were founded back in 2011. They spent several years working exclusively with churches and nonprofits before expanding to include small businesses. So if you have a church, you need to have your website kind of upgraded and put a little pizzazz to it, a little zippity-doo-dah to it, they can help you. And again, Appalachian Digital, a unique perspective on the struggles of small organizations when working with churches and small businesses. When it comes to developing a modern and competitive online presence without straining your budget, they can do it. Again, AppalachianDigital.com. Check it out. You can see some of the work they've done, or just watch what you see on the screen here with what I do every day. Tomorrow we'll be at American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, broadcasting live there on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Today we were at Hardee's in Bristol on Euclid Avenue. All thanks again to the folks that want us to come and hang with them, but the social media side of things, big thanks to Jeremiah and Michael. AppalachianDigital.com. So the founder is Michael Smith, and of course Jeremiah's right along with him now, and so those guys do a great job. So if you have a church or you have a small business, you want to have your particular business or church get some good social media professionally done for not a whole lot of money. It's not a budget buster. You want to check them out. Again, AppalachianDigital.com. So the Cougars just finished taking infield, which means the Cyclones 10 minutes out, 9 minutes out before we get started here. We'll take a break. We'll give you the very latest.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Back at O'Brien Field in Elizabethton, again, the Cyclones taking infield, getting ready for the start of this ball game. Again, lights are on. It's a beautiful day here in the ballpark again for the first day of spring 2017. Let's see if we can't Hello, Jennifer Carr, by the way. Appreciate you giving us a watch and a listen. That's awful nice of you to do that. Let's see what we got going on right now in the world of sports. Again, we told you Cody Sensabaugh is now a Pittsburgh Steeler, signed a 2-year contract earlier today. And so looking down the line here for women's basketball, see if we got a score update right now. Louisville leads Tennessee 12-7 with 5:38 to go in the first. And so the Lady Vols down 5 here at this point. Also, UConn, no problem with Syracuse so far. They lead the Lady Orange 28-11. They're unbelievable. It is also women's basketball right now. Stanford leading Kansas State 17-12, and that is in the Lexington region, second round. And the Lady Blue Devils of Duke getting beat by Oregon. Lady Ducks got them 16-14 out of the Bridgeport region. But again, right now the Lady Vols trailing 12-7 with 5 minutes to go in the first. And so, let's see, hit that magic button right there. Let's get you a little coiled up here, my man. So let's hit that right there. And Ivan's with us. Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
Doing fine, Tom. How are you?
Just fine, sir. You write for?
The Elizabethton Star.
You got it. So we're working side by side with Ivan and the folks at the Elizabethton Star. And so let's talk about it. You and I watched this game last Monday against Unicoi County. Let one get away. Hartley came out, had a heck of a start, and then again, Unicoi County swung the bats, won a big ball game last week.
They sure did, and I was really impressed with the way that the Cyclones continued to battle back, Tom. Even though they got down, they never were truly out of the ball game. They kept battling back, tying the score, but the 7th inning seemed like it was the downfall of that game.
Came back Saturday and got a big win over Sullivan East in the conference here, 11-7. Again, Hartley again, 10 strikeouts on Saturday. So this guy's the deal. And this Elizabethton Ball Club, a young team. They only got 4 seniors on the team. 3 of those guys start. So you got a lot of youngsters kind of on a learning curve. One of those being the kid starting today, Matthew Daly.
That's true. And one thing that Coach President did share with me the other night is that he was really, really proud of the way that his young players were coming on and starting to mature. Even early in the season, he can see signs of maturity coming on, and that's really big too when you're young like that. And that win Saturday will go a long way in giving these kids a lot of confidence.
And of course, the Unicoi County game, there's a rematch coming up in April out there, and then more than likely they'll see each other in the tournament later on in the year at Hunter Wright Stadium, or rather J. Fred Johnson Stadium. So a lot of baseball to be played. Weather may play havoc the rest of the week. They've got a trip to North tomorrow, then to Volunteer, then we're back here Friday against Volunteer. I think by then it's going to be okay, but there's rain starting tonight. I think raining all day tomorrow. So that kind of, it hurts a baseball team, particularly high school. You get a little momentum, you play, you practice, boom, you got to stop. I know they didn't play Friday night. It poured down the rain. So, and it's almost like a start and stop this time of year in baseball, and it really kind of messes up your momentum, doesn't it?
It sure does, and that's one thing about spring sports starting, especially baseball and softball, starting late February or early March, is you're going to run into those type of situations at every turn and corner. So you got to really be able to step up, and I'm sure some of these games will have to be rescheduled, maybe as double headers even. So we'll just have to see how that pans out.
Talking to Ivan Sanders from the Elizabethton Star, getting ready to do starting lineups, get ready for this baseball game. Real quick, what's your take on March Madness so far? Any surprises for you? Is your bracket good? Is it blown up? How's your bracket?
I really didn't put one together this year, Tom, because when I started looking at the overall bracket and the parity in the tournament this year, it was really hard to pick out who I thought was going to win because, you can take, for example, South Carolina as a prime example of a team that not many thought would be where they're at right now, but they're heading to the Sweet 16. Big surprise. And then, I was really pulling for Rhode Island last night in that game, and they were right there in the ball game to the very last minute. So this time of year is really a fun time of year if you're a basketball fan, especially NCAA basketball. And I'm telling you, I don't know who the winner's going to do this thing's going to be, because right now it could be any of those 16 teams that are in that final stages.
It's anybody's. You're exactly right. Anybody has proven to get to this point. Everybody says it's Kentucky. They haven't wowed me yet. Kentucky, they've won Northern Kentucky and they beat Wichita State, but they haven't blown either one of those teams out. I think you nailed it. I think it's anybody, and I said this before the tournament even started, it's anybody's tournament who's going to get hot here the last couple of weeks. But I think any of these 16 teams, by virtue of being where they are, can win this whole enchilada. A lot of folks say it's going to be North Carolina. I don't know. Northwestern and Gonzaga, what was your take on that blown call? And then last night I thought the North Carolina kid, as he drove to the hole, they're late in the game against Arkansas. It's either a block or a charge. They didn't call anything. Shot came off the back of the iron, and the guy put it back in. It was Kennedy Weems, I think it is, for North Carolina, put it back in. So couple of, at least in the Arkansas camp and the Gonzaga or the Northwestern camp, some blown calls. What's your take on those two games?
You know, it's just, again, it's March Madness, it's craziness, and but you was talking about which team could come out of this thing winning it. I think right now the dark horse in this whole thing is Michigan, and I don't know why I feel that way, but it just seems like Michigan is really just playing really good, solid basketball right now, and they may be one of the hottest teams entering the Sweet 16 this coming weekend.
Before we go to the break, here is the East brackets again. Or actually, on Thursday, let's give you the Thursday brackets out of the West. Gonzaga, number 1, West Virginia, number 4, Xavier, number 11, and Arizona, number 2. So for all the griping and complaining about the selection committee, if you look at it, Ivan Sanders, they pretty well got it right. And in the West, you got 1, 2, 4. In the East, of course, that was the blown-up bracket. You've got number 4, Florida, number 8, Wisconsin, 3, Baylor, number 7, South Carolina. But in the Midwest, you got 1, 3, 4, and 7, Kansas, Oregon, Purdue, and Michigan, respectively. Then in the South, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, North Carolina and Butler, 1 versus 4, Kentucky, number 2, against UCLA, number 3. So for all the belly aching and all, I mean, really and truly, you get right down to it, it looks like they've done a pretty good job.
The selection committee probably this year has done one of the best jobs I've seen in past basketball tournaments, because they have really put a lot of thought into it, and I think they put the teams in there that needed to be there. We've seen competitive basketball all the way through the tournament from start to finish. So, I mean, any of these games could win either way. These teams that are at the top, we're fortunate to be where they're at right now. They had some close calls in the early games, but I think the selection committee deserves a pat on the back for the job they've done this year.
Lady Vols have caught fire with 27 seconds to go in the first. It's 21-20 Tennessee. They've roared back to take the lead for the Lady Vols, and this is a big, big tournament for Holly Warlick. New athletic director on campus, obviously, and he's checking out everything. No stone's going to go unturned, as he said. So I think Holly needs to come out and go pretty deep in this tournament.
She does. That's one of the things that I've said from the very beginning of the women's tournament, is that if Holly doesn't do what she did last year, leading the team deep into the tournament, that her job could very well be on the line. And if she doesn't beat Louisville today, I would suspect that she's going to be the first, the women's basketball team will be the first area that the new athletic director will look at.
Come back and join us a little bit later on in the game.
Sure will.
Oh, yeah. Good man right there. Ivan Sanders, again, appreciate him. There you go. He already knows to hit the kill button. He's way ahead of me. We'll take a quick break, come right back. Starting lineups are next here. The Cyclones and the Cougars next here on Facebook Live with the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
And the playing for National Anthem here on a, I'd say kind of a cool night. It's not overly warm, but it's not long john weather either, so it's kind of a tweener. 22-21 after the first quarter. Louisville leads the Tennessee Lady Vols in the first. We'll keep you posted on that. By the way, game time temperature, let's take a look at it. Game time temperature right now, again, for your ball game tonight from O'Brien Field here in Elizabethton is 59 degrees, game time temperature. And so we're ready to go here. We appreciate you very much. To give you the starting lineup, first off, for the visiting Sullivan Central Cougars, leading off playing shortstop Blake Lucas, batting second and playing left field Matt Long, batting third and playing right field for the Cougars, number one Parker Mumpower. The cleanup batter is the pitcher this afternoon, Michael Akert, batting fifth and playing first base Noah Vaughn, batting sixth doing the catching Carson Minton. In the bottom three for the Cougars, Trey Sells in center, Luke Hudson at second base, and at third base is Holden Light. Again for the Cougars, Lucas at short, Long in left, Mumpower in right, Akert pitching, Vaughn at first, Minton catching, Sells in center, Hudson at second, and Holden Light at third base. For the Cyclones at 1-1, leading off playing second base Ethan Eggleston, batting second playing right field Evan Carter, batting third for the Cyclones your shortstop Michael Robinson, batting fourth the cleanup batter Logan Eastep, your designated hitter for pitcher Matthew Daly, batting fifth and playing third base Brody Adams, batting sixth for the Cyclones at first base Nick Johnson, and the bottom three for the Cyclones, Evan Perkins catching, Ryan Wetzel in center, and Jesse Carr in left field. Eggleston at second, Carter in right, Robinson short, Eastep DHing for Daly the pitcher Brody Adams, Nick Johnson, Perkins, Ryan Wetzel, and Jesse Carr. Cougars settle in and ready to go. This one's about to first pitch at 59 degrees is upstairs ball one from Daly, and this one's underway. Blake Lucas, the shortstop for the Cougars. Again, they have black tops, orange numerals and letters trimmed out in white, and white breeches or pants. Swing and a miss. Daly blew that one by him, 1-1. So Matthew Daly is your starting pitcher here, making his first start of the season, won an inning and a third against Unicoi County last Monday. Pitching and strike call. Nice pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the Cyclones here tonight, back out here on Friday against the Volunteer Falcons, our next broadcast. Daly brings it, pitches, upstairs 2-2. Tonight's game brought to you by Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union. Talk more about those folks throughout the game. It's Lucas, Long, and Mumpower, 1, 2, and 3 for the Cougars here. Daly, the right-hander, brings it, 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. Blew it by him, strikeout, swinging, 1 down. So 1 down. Here's the left fielder for Sullivan Central, Matt Long. Can you look at this baseball team? It is a young team, I can tell you. Daly only a sophomore, and a pitch misses ball 1. In the dimensions here at O'Brien Field, 322 down the right field line, 339 down the left field line, straightaway center, 399, and you got to scale or climb up above about a 25, 30-foot fence. This one fouled back. Defensively for the Cyclones tonight, you have behind the plate Evan Perkins, the sophomore. First base, Nick Johnson, the junior. Junior Ethan Eggleston at second. Senior Michael Robinson at short. And senior Brody Adams at third defensively. Left field, your senior Jesse Carr. Center field, junior Ryan Wetzel. There's a ground ball hit right on the numbers to Robinson. He charges, fields, gobbles it up, and got him. By 2 steps, 2 down. Robinson made that one look easy. He's a senior, 2-way now for Matthew Daly. Again, Wetzel, the junior, in center field, and right field is the freshman, Evan Carter. 2 away for number 1 right fielder, Parker Mumpower for Sullivan Central. Again, game time temperature, as we said, at 59 degrees to get it started. Pitch bounced up there, ball 1. So we'll keep you posted. Again, into the second period now. It is Louisville leading the Lady Vols 24-23. NIT basketball tonight. Of course, the Sweet 16 cranks up on Thursday. And it's, as far as I'm concerned, anybody's tournament to win this thing this year. Showing parity in college basketball like maybe we've not seen before. There's a line shot right to Robinson on 1 hop. Fields belt high, throws, makes it look easy, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Cougars go quietly. Daly has it his way in the top of the first. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. The Cyclones come calling in the bottom of the first. Brought to you by Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union. You're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
Back at O'Brien Field, thanks for being with us again. Our game being brought to you tonight by the good folks at Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union. Again, Candy, Craig, and the folks. We'll talk more about them coming up here in just a minute or two. Here's Ethan Eggleston leading things off for the Elizabethton Cyclones. Cyclones tonight in their white tops, orange numerals trimmed out in black with a really cool wide orange stripe around the sleeve, around the bicep on each arm, if you will, and white pants. Good-looking unis. Here's Michael Aker going to work against the left-hand batting Ethan Eggleston. First pitch outside, upstairs, ball one. Eggleston ripping the cover off the ball, batting .600. Ethan Eggleston, again, 5 for 9 of the season. 3 hits, a double, no homers, and a run knocked in for the left-hand batting leadoff man. Only a junior, Ethan Eggleston, takes the first pitch upstairs. Aker, the righty, against the left-hander Eggleston at the plate. 1-0 pitch, strike call down the heart of the plate, 1-1. So a lot of baseball this week. Tomorrow, weather permitting, will be at Volunteer, then facing this Cougar team later on this week in Blumville. Then back in here against Volunteer on Friday. Pitching, and it's strike called. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Norwood's here. It's all good. In shorts again. Could be snowing the guys in shorts. Alex Norwood, football and basketball player. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Eggleston. Lead man here in the bottom of the first. Akert brings it. Upstairs, good eye, 2-2. Akert, with his delivery, stops about 3/4 and kind of momentarily freezes before he brings it on in. Works from the first base side of the rubber. Uses his glove to conceal the ball and his facial expressions. Good eye outside for Eggleston, 3-2. Elizabethton looking for their first home run of the season. No homers and 14 runs knocked in. Team batting average a very fine .316 right now. Aker, no place to put him here. Full count. Eggleston leading things off here. On deck will be Evan Carter, the outstanding freshman for Elizabethton. Akert, payoff pitch. See what he can do with him. Eggleston, that's a chopper. Second base, Fields belt high, running towards the play. Fields charges, throws, got him. 1 down. Nice job of the second baseman, Luke Hudson. 4-3 on the putout. 1 down for right fielder Evan Carter. Carter batting .667. How about that? 4 for 6 on the season. 4 hits, and he's driven in 4 runs. He leads the club in that category. So here's left-hand batting freshman Evan Carter. You don't think Presnell's slobbering for this guy for the next 3 years. Pitch, strike call to the knees. Nice pitch by Akert. He's kind of deceiving. He stops kind of momentarily that freeze on his windup, and then he can bring you heat pretty good. Popping that leather of his catcher right now, Carson Minton. Akert shakes off sign 1. He'll take sign 2. Waiting on it. The lanky freshman Evan Carter misses outside. Good eye, 1-1. Defensively for Sullivan Central, Carson Minton behind the plate. Noah Vaughn at first. Luke Hudson at second. Blake Lucas at short, and Holden Light defensively at third for the Cougars. Akert says yes. 1-1 pitch. Brings it. And it's inside. Good eye. Skips to the backstop. 2-1. Defensively in left field, Matt Long. Center field, Trey Sales. Right field, Parker Mumpower for Sullivan Central. We thank you for being with us. Brought to you by Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union. Learn something new all the time. This particular credit union was started by the help from Mead Paper and the employees of Domtar. There's a line shot base hit. He roped it into right field. Nice piece of hitting by Carter. On a 2-1 pitch, Carter ropes it into right field for a one-out single. Base hit number 1 of the ball game for the Elizabethton Cyclones, and it's Michael Robinson's turn at the plate. Robinson batting .222. Robinson 2 for 9, but has driven in 3. So 1 out, 1 on here in the first inning. Again, Daly put him out 1-2-3 in the top of the first. Or in the bottom of the first, no score. Cyclones to the runner at first. Holding him on there is Noah Vaughn. Akert working from the stretch first base side of the rubber, brings it. And a ground ball back up the middle, could sneak on through, and nice job of the shortstop. Wheels, throws to first, not in time. Nice job in behind second, fielded by Blake Lucas. Runner was breaking to second. Lucas went in behind second base, fielded the ball, then in a 360 spin, threw it to first, but a good base hit recorded by Robinson to stand at first base with back-to-back hits. So that brings up the cleanup batter, Logan Estep, the designated hitter for Matthew Daly. Estep batting .250, no homers and 2 knocks. Got him at second and first, 1 out for the Cyclones. Trying to jump on him early here. Akert brings it. Swing and a miss. Estep was going for the, he's going for the long ball. Did not get it. Took a big cut. Logan Estep again batting .250, no homers and 2 runs knocked in. Chance to produce here. Runners at second and first, 1 out of the first. Akert to the belt, working to the first base side of the rubber. Checks the runner at second. Now he'll step off and looking back to second base. Carter out there dancing around, and Robinson at first. After a ground out by Eggleston, hit it right on the screws to the second baseman. Carter singles in the right. Robinson in an infield, call it an infield hit in behind first, or rather second base. Got him at second and first. Brings it. Bounced up there. It's a wild pitch. He'll round third and stop it right there. Both runners advance. Not a chance of a play on that one for the catcher. That one bounced up there in front of the dirt, skipped over his right shoulder to the backstop. And so Carter goes to third. The second goes Robinson, and the Cyclones got something going here. 1 out with a couple of men on here in the first. On deck is Brody Adams for Elizabethton. So again, thanks to Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union. Got started as a credit union for the Meade, now Domtar folks in Kingsport, and it's grown. Pitches, and down and away. Good eye by Estep. 2 balls and a strike. So Akert's run into first inning trouble here already. Second and third, 1 out. And a chance to produce here in a run-producing situation for the cleanup batter, the designated hitter, Logan Estep. Akert, much more deliberate, brings it. And a jammed him foul ball. Ran it on his hands. Shoots it foul first base side. And the count levels at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I like these Cyclones. This is fun over here. It's good stuff here now. Second quarter, Louisville leads Tennessee 31-27. Keeping you posted on the Lady Vols. Cyclones on the third base dugout rail, cheering on their teammates. Estep waits on the 2-2 pitch. And it's a high pop right around second base. Infield catch. 2 down. Estep's gone. Bad handle, jammed him, popped him up. Here's Brody Adams, the third baseman. Adams batting .250. 1 for 4 in the season. And a chance again to drive in a run. Team batting .316. The slugging percentage for Elizabethton right now at .386. Again, 2 on, 2 out here in the first inning. Akert trying to get out of a first inning jam for Central. He'll bring it. It's upstairs around the eyes. Good eye. Ball one to the right-hand batter. Plenty of real estate down the left field line. It was against Unicoi County. If you can, as a right-hand batter, and struck one down the left field corner, you can run for days. Ager checking the runners, working from the stretch. Brings it. And it's strike call. Good job by Carson Minton to freeze that pitch and frame it for the home plate umpire. And he said, okay, 1 ball, 1 strike. If it continues, Nick Johnson on deck here in the first inning for Elizabethton. Trying to strike. Runners at second and first. Aker's trying to get out of a jam here. Aker nods his head, he'll bring it. And it's a little flare to the shortstop. He knocks it down. It's going to be all hands safe. It's a 1-0 ball game. And then throws it past the first baseman. In comes Michael Robinson. It's 2-0 on a throwing error. So credit Adams with an infield hit. Then an E6 on the throw as he knocked it down, then threw hurriedly past the first baseman on a throwing error. And so with that, Carter scores on the misplay, and then on the error charge to the shortstop, Robinson's in. It's 2-0. Cyclones, and they continue to bat. All this with only 1 hit so far. Actually, 2 hits. And the first error of the ball game for the Central Cougars. And here is Nick Johnson. On the throw to first, he goes down to second. Strike call. Nice pitch by Akert. So on the E6, it allows Adams to go down to second in scoring position. 2-0, Elizabethton here in the first. And left-hand batting, Nick Johnson, only a junior for Elizabethton. Also, this one off the glove of Minton, and down to third base on a pass ball goes Brody Adams. That one went off the catcher's mitt of Minton. And Minton looked at the mitt as he ran to the backstop like, what in the world happened? So run number 3, 90 feet away. Coach Presnell, always coaching, talking to his youngsters down there at third base. 2-0 Cyclones in the first. Akert to the belt. Brings it. Upstairs. Good eye. 2 balls and a strike to the left-hand batting Nick Johnson. He looks a lot like Evan Carter. Long and lanky left-hand batter. On deck if it continues is catcher Evan Perkins for the Elizabethton Cyclones. Brings it. Swing and a miss. Fence busting didn't get it. 2-2. 2's across the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 runs in. Here in the first. Daylight here on this first day of spring beginning to leave us. Brings it. And he fouls it back. And the count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So again, a big thank you to Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union. Good folks, got some of the benefits you would enjoy. Tell you about this CU Credit Union Road Pals. Pretty cool program they've got. Akert new baseball. Gets his sign, brings it. And it's downstairs. Good eye on the inside part of the plate. Members of the credit union are eligible for the CU Road Pal Roadside Assistance Program. As low as $47 a year divided by 12 months. About $4 a month to have built-in roadside assistance through the credit union. Akert brings it. Swing and a miss. Struck a pitch up and out of the strike zone, and that is the inning, but a good one for the home team. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on. We've played 1. It's the Cyclones 2. Sullivan Central, nothing. You're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook Live Facebook page.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications, and 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have 1 of those, we have 3 ASE Master Technicians here. With the ratio, it goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop. So it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import and Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
And back to start the second inning here. We bring up Michael Aker, Noah Vaughn, and Carson Minton. 4, 5, and 6 for Solomon Central. Daly, 1-0 pitch and a foul back by Aker, trying to help his cause as the starting pitcher tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike. Elizabethton strikes for a couple of runs in the bottom of the first inning on a couple of base hits. Singles by Carter, an infield hit credited to Michael Robinson. Actually, 3 hits in the inning. This one fouled back. Also, an infield hit by Brody Adams. So 2 runs on 3 hits, an error, and a man left here after 1 inning for Elizabethton. Here's Akert, fouled it back to the screen, 1-2. Daly, the sophomore, brings it. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That was a BB there. Wow, that one popped the leather, and that was a BB. Thrown by Matthew Daly. That was a smoker. 1 away, strikeout number 2. He's retired the first 4 he's faced. Here's Noah Vaughn, the first baseman. That was an impressive pitch by a 10th grader. That had some smoke on it. So Daly climbs back up on the hill, working with the windup, going to work on the 1-out bat. He's retired the first 4 he's faced. 2 ground outs to Robinson and 2 punch outs. There's a high pop. Shallow right field, second base going back on the edge of the grass. Squeeze the cowhide, and Eggleston retires him. 1 pitch, 2 outs. So 5 in a row he's mowed down now. Here's Carson Minton, the catcher for the Solomon Central Cougars. So Daly in a groove here, only a 10th grader. This kid's got an impressive start. To compliment Garrett Hartley, what he's done so far this season. Here's a jammed him and foul back, strike 1. Tell you what, that last pitch on that called 3rd strike, that one popped the leather. That was a pretty pitch. Put the hammer on him. There's a hard ground ball back up the middle. Robinson to his left, fields behind second. Sidearm throw, got him coming down the line, tagged him, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Robinson offline on the throw, but a great defensive play by Nick Johnson, and they go quietly 1-2-3. Daly's retired the first 6 he's faced. We'll come back with the bottom of the second. 2-0 Cougars on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. You're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications, in 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have one of those, we have 3 ASE master technicians here. With the ratio, goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop. So it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import and Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Cyclones come calling here in the bottom half of the second inning with a 2-0 lead as Daly's been on fire. The first 2 at-bats, he's put them out in order, 1, 2, 3. Here's the bottom three for the Cyclone order: Perkins, Wetzel, and Carr. 7, 8, and 9. 2-0 lead Elizabethton. Bottom of the second of a scheduled 7. First pitch, chopped the plate, foul. Halftime, Louisville leads the Lady Vols 35-31. That being played in Louisville in front of a big house tonight. So the Lady Vols down 4 at the break. We were at tell you what, if you get a chance, check this place out. Took the little ones down Saturday, the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame in Knoxville. That is an awesome facility. Pitching. Ground ball, slow roller, second baseman on 3 hops. Fields throws, nice play, and got him. Nice job with the second baseman, Luke Hudson. Slow roller, made it look easy. 4-3 in the putout. Here's Ryan Wetzel, center fielder for Elizabethton, batting .333. Wetzel 1 for 3 in this young season. Right-hand batting junior for Elizabethton. You see on the screen Jennifer Carr. She won free tickets to Bristol. All you got to do is go to this website right here, TomTaylorSports.com/contest, and maybe you'll win tickets this Friday. Our next winner will be announced. Pitch, strike, call to the knees. The Fitzgerald Glider Kits 300, the Xfinity Series race, and the Auto Zombie 125. It's a doubleheader. Free tickets. All you can do is go to TomTaylorSports.com/contest, and you may be the winner Friday. Bounced up there, and it's 1-1. So Jennifer Carr registered from here in Elizabethton, and Jennifer was the first name we pulled out of the contest. So a new winner coming up on Friday. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wetzel, then Carr, and hopefully more here in the second. 2-0 Cyclones. Brings it. Line shot, should that fall in right field? It does. Base hit. Reached down and poked it into right field for a 1-out single for Ryan Wetzel. Base hit number 4 of the ball game for the Elizabethton Cyclones of Ryan Presnell. Here's Jesse Carr. Carr batting .333. He's 1 for 3 on this young season. Tomorrow, weather permitting, on the road at Sullivan North. But it looks like if they get it right, runner going, pitch out, downstairs, throw down, not even close, stolen base. Nice job by Wetzel. He stole that one off the pitcher. Akerd's got that freezing motion. He'll start on the windup and just momentarily just kind of click, just do a little temporary freeze. That allowed him to get down there, and a stolen base registered for Ryan Wetzel. He's in scoring position for Carr, the 1-out batter. So Akerd working from the first base side of the rubber. Black tops, white bottoms, orange numerals trimmed in white. Akerd, and strike called. Nice pitch, caught the outside corner of the right-hand batter. Jesse Carr trying to get RBI number 1 for this youngster. He's got him out at second in scoring position. Can he bring him around? Akerd checks him, brings it. That's jammed him, ground ball right back to Akerd, drops the ball, comes back up, throws to first, runner moves down. Nice play that time by the pitcher on the fielding play. Wetzel moves to third. Tapper back to the box, 1-3 in the put out of the book, and we go to the top of the order. Here is Ethan Eggleston. Eggleston grounded out to his counterpart, Luke Hudson, at second base back last inning. 2-0 Cyclones here at the bottom of the second. Daly on fire. Matthew Daly's retired 6 in a row so far, including 2 strikeouts. Akerd checks him at second. Pitch, strike call, kind of spun him, but kind of turned that lead shoulder away and towards home plate, but it caught the inside corner, strike 1. Akerd noticing 2 out working still from the stretch. A lot of guys go back to the windup, but he's working from the stretch, even with the runner at third. Brings it. Upstairs, good eye by Eggleston, 1-1. So depending on who you ask, there are folks crying today because the Blue Devils got beat. Some are excited because Duke got beat. Guess it's all on who you ask. It's anybody's tournament. Brings it. And strike called. Again, good job by Minton. Minton, again, froze that pitch to the liking of the home plate umpire, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Akerd versus Eggleston here. 2 out, a runner at third. 2-0 Cyclones in the second. Anchor checks him again. He brings it upstairs. Good eye. Throw down to third, and he's back in. Mitten snaps the throw down to the awaiting Holden Light, and back in standing was and is your base runner for Elizabethton, Ryan Wetzel. Aker gets his sign, brings it. Eggleston checks when to go. He did. Catcher out in front of the plate, throws to first, and that is a strikeout, and that is the inning. Eggleston's gone, and so are the Cyclones in the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, one man left. We've played two. It's Elizabethton 2, Central nothing. You're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball on Facebook Live with the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Two in the books here again. Elizabeth leads at 2-0 and trying to get something going. Trey Sells, Luke Hudson, and Holden Light 7, 8, and 9 in the Cougar lineup, and Sells try to drop a bunt, try to get something going. It's been all daily right now. Outside, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Trey Sells, the center fielder, followed by Hudson, the second baseman, and Holden Light, the third baseman. Again, Daly's retired 6 in a row. Everybody's faced so far, including couple of strikeouts. Here's a little flare out to the shallow center field, coming hard, make a diving catch. Nice play. Oh, nice job by the center fielder, Ryan Wetzel. Put a star beside his name there. That was a great play. That robbed him of a base hit. A little soft flare out to the center field, charging and diving for it, makes the catch. Nice catch by Wetzel, and there's 1 down. That's big time play there. Here's Luke Hudson. So make 7 in a row now. Daly's retired, and he'll go to work on the second baseman, the right-hand batter. Brings it, swing and a foul back. Talking about the March Madness, for all the arguments and belly aching about the selection committee, you look at the regionals. I mean, in the South, you got 1, 2, 3, and 4 still playing. In the Midwest, you got 1, 3, 4, and 7 pitching. Outside. In the East, which is the blown-up bracket, you've got 3, 4, 7, and 8. And in the West, you got 1, 2, 4, and 11. So this one downstairs, but a strike call to the knees. Nice pitch, 1 and 2. So for all intents and purposes, the selection committee really got it right. The lowest seed still playing are the Musketeers of Xavier. 1-2 pitch. Slow ground ball, Robinson. Fields. Guns. Got him. 2 down. 6-3 on the putout. So Michael Robinson, a routine ground ball, made it look routine anyway. 2 away. Then here's Holden Light. So you can argue the point that the selection committee did not get it right, but if you look at who's still playing in the Sweet 16, for all intents and purposes, they got it right. Strike called. In the blown-up bracket, you've got 3 Baylor, 7 South Carolina, 4 Florida, and 8 Wisconsin. And in the East, Squares the bunt, pops it up, foul ball first base side. Good chase by Perkins down the line, but it falls harmlessly away, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. So Matthew Daly is on right now. He has retired the first 8 he's faced and trying to make it a 1-2-3 inning here against Holden Light. He's got him on the ropes at no balls and 2 strikes. Daly brings it. Swing and a miss, and he did just that. Strikeout number 3. They go in order 1, 2, 3, and we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. On a game brought to you by Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union. Cyclones lead at 2-0 back after this break. You're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball on the Tom Taylor Sports Show Facebook page.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
Bottom of the 3rd, Cyclones 2, 3, and 4. Carter, Robinson, and Estep. Pitch outside, ball 1 to the left-hand batting Carter, who singled and came around to score the first run of the game. Back in the 1st inning, 2-0 Elizabethton. Matthew Daly's putting on a clinic. He's retired the first 9 he's faced here. His counterpart, right-hander Michael Akerd for Sullivan Central. Pitching. Struck called. Upstairs, now caught the corner downstairs, inside part of the plate of the left-hand batter, who wears number 12 for Elizabethton. 2 runs on 4 hits for Elizabethton. Nothing right now for Central. We're in the 3rd. Akerd brings it. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Michael Akerd, the starter for Sullivan Central. Some of the benefits you'll enjoy as a member of the Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union, our sponsor of tonight's ball game. Akerd brings it, and it's inside, not by much, 2-2. Free premium checking, free ACFCU online and mobile app, free financial education workshops, free access to the credit score experts. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Akerd. Chased the pitch down and inside. Strikeout swinging, and there's one away. That's his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. So Carter's gone via strikeout swinging, and there's one down here in the 3rd for Michael Robinson. Got an infield hit, came around to score that 2nd run back in the 1st inning. Also free access to over 85,000 ATMs nationwide. So if you go out on the road traveling, vacating, out of town and work related, you have access if you're a member of the Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union. Here's a ground ball to Holden Light, skips on through, and that will be Michael Robinson at first base. He backhanded down 3rd, and that's E5 all the way. So again, you have access to over 85,000 ATMs nationwide when you become a member of the Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union. And I like the CU Road Pal, the Credit Union Road Pal, where you can get for like 47. There's Candy. Hello. She's brought me a script. That's good. Awesome. Bless your heart. You going to talk to me? Go right ahead. I knew that was coming. I got you. I understand. Throw down to second. Now coming down to third. He's in trouble, and they got him at third base. That'll be the inning. I can check that. It's the second out of the inning. So Robinson went to second, then got up and on the throwing area, came down to third, and is thrown out. Going 6-5, and there's 2 away. So Robinson gets gunned down at third base. There's a strike called. Pitching, Chopper, charging. Third baseman in front of the shortstop. Nice play by Light. Nice job. Holding Light. Nice play down to third base. 5-3 on the putout, and the Cyclones are gone in the inning. It started with a little bit of potential, but they slammed the door to their credit. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and actually 2 errors, and no one left on. We've played 3. It is 2-0 Elizabethton. We'll be right back after this, being brought to you by Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the parts. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic. Back at the pregame show, Elizabethton Cyclone baseball again. Very simple. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, go to the Tom Taylor Sports Show here on Facebook. Obviously, if you're here, you know that. But if you've got some folks all over the country wanting to hear this ball game all season long, we're covering Cyclone baseball. The Tom Taylor Sports Show is all you got to do on Facebook. And with us is the head coach, Ryan Presnell. Coach, exciting times, opening day, and gosh, let's go back and recap. First off, thank you for letting us be a part of this. This is an honor to be a part of Cyclone baseball. We're very excited about it, and glad to be talking to you every game that we do this season. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to it.
Absolutely. It's a big step for our program to broadcast our games, and to get somebody of your caliber to do that, we're very honored and happy about that.
Well, thank you very much, and it is an honor. And of course, it's audio only, at least for this year, but still, it's digital stereo play-by-play. Again, thetomtaylorsportshow.com. Coach, or not .com, just go to the Tom Taylor Sports Show on Facebook. I'm sorry, Coach. Recap last season. Had a pretty good run, got a great nucleus back, but recap kind of highlights of last season. What was the record last year?
Ended up being 15-16, which is not indicative of that baseball club. It was a good baseball club. We just very tough scheduling, a lot of road games. Weather scheduling kind of got to us a couple of times, really set us behind the 8 ball. But I think a lot of people that played that baseball club would tell you that's the best 500 baseball team in the state if there was a measurement for that. But really good group of kids that set us up what we feel like for another successful run this year. Being defending co-conference champions in the regular season last year means a lot to us. It's something we plan to defend with everything we've got this year and make good on the sacrifice that those guys did last year.
Yeah, they kind of paved the way for this year's ball club. You got a lot of young men back, obviously, from last year's team. Throw out some names, some kids you're counting on this year for Cyclone baseball.
I think number one guy going to be touching the ball every time today is going to be Garrett Hartley, coming off a hugely successful season where really registered himself in Northeast Tennessee, looking like he's definitely going to get a shot to play at the next level. Coming out of the bullpen, hopefully late in the game today, maybe a couple of guys, one being Matthew Daly or Trey Chown, both a sophomore and a junior, two guys that throw a lot of strikes with really good breaking stuff. Pitching-wise, we're also looking at Brody Adams, Corey Russell. Those are two guys we may see later in the week in our other conference game against Sullivan East later this week. At the plate, we really don't know, Tom. I'll be honest with you. We've got a lot of guys that have had a great off season, a great preseason, put in some really good work in the cage, working with Coach White, our hitting coach, at our last scrimmage, put 20 runs up on the board in a very convincing fashion in 8 innings. So a lot of young guys coming out, Nick Johnson, Logan Eastep, of course, Michael Robinson is going to be right there in the fold. We've got Ethan Eggleston, returner in 2-hole last year, who's probably going to be leading off for us today. And then a young fella coming on the scene, young man named Evan Carter, freshman, probably one of the most talented freshmen I think I've ever seen. To follow up on Corey Russell, who's a freshman everyday starter for us last year, for me to be able to say that about that young man is pretty impressive. So really diverse, eclectic lineup, a lot of power, a lot of speed, and the ability to make contact as well. So it should be an interesting day today to see all this kind of come together and see what we can do with Unicoi.
And a lot of youth, too. There's only 4 seniors on this year's ball club. Michael Robinson, Jesse Carr, Brody Adams, and Garrett Hartley. So 4 seniors make up the roster. It means a young baseball team for Elizabethton. Talking to Coach Presnell here in the pregame. Unicoi County, the opponent, later on here, of course, in just a little while. So you look at the conference race, and usually Unicoi County's at the top. Obviously, the Cyclones, by virtue of being co-conference champions, are at the top. So who else do you feel like is going to give you a run for your money this year in the conference?
Well, like I said, Unicoi, the standard setter in 2A baseball around here for a long time, and I'm not scared to tell anybody that, that's where we want to be. We want to be up there with them. We always know that South is going to field a quality ball club year in and year out. A lot of talent coming over there. Got 2 or 3 really good pitchers that are going to have them in every baseball game. Really, I've told you this before, and I'll tell you again, I totally expect that whoever wins the regular season will likely have 2 to 3 losses. There's no doubt in my mind, because every team in our conference has a quality pitcher who on any given day can beat any team in this conference. And I know, talking to a lot of the 3A coaches around here, this 2A conference is pretty stinking tough, and day in and day out, we're going to have to be on our A game. A team like Happy Valley, very competitive. They'll be in the mix as well. Johnson County's got a great number 1 pitcher up there that gives them a chance to win. So it's really anybody's ball game on any given day in this conference, and it speaks to how tough we're going to have to be if we want to be on the top of that mountain at the end of the season. The day in and day out, we're going to have to bring our best, and we're going to have to throw strikes and hit the ball and play great defense in order to be in the mix at the end of the season.
We're very excited about being part of this. Before I let you go, Coach, again, for those who've not heard Garrett Hartley, again on the Facebook, on the ball games, this is our lid lifter of the season. Kind of give us the numbers, or not the numbers necessarily, but give us what can we expect from Garrett Hartley. What's he bring in his arsenal as far as pitches?
Well, he's on attack mode. This is what he does. He attacks hitters. He's not got the most velocity of anybody you'll see put out there. He's going to be low to mid 80s. He's going to have a curveball, and then got a slider and a changeup. Throws a lot of those pitches for strikes. That's his key, is that he goes right at hitters. He plays to the fact that we play in a big park. He says, there's not many guys in this conference who are going to be able to put one out on me. So I've got a great outfield. I've got a defense returning that was a .950 fielding percentage last year. That's returned pretty much every major part that figured into that .950. And he's going to play to that, and he's going to pitch to that. And Coach Casey's going to be dialing up things today that, we're not looking to get strikeouts. We're just looking to get outs. And so try to keep that pitch count down. Early in the season, that's going to be very important. We'd love to see him go into the 5th, if possible. But if he's going to do that, he's going to throw strikes and get people out pretty quickly.
There you go. Hey, we'll talk to you after the game. Let's go get him. Appreciate your time. And, hey, Cyclone Pride, we're all about it. We're excited about being a part of your team and about the Elizabethton community. And we'll talk to you after the game, all right?
All right, Cyclone Pride, Tom. Thank you.
You got it. More of the pregame show right after this. Again, on Facebook. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends. Simply type in the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Then there's will be a prompt to say listen live or watch live, although it's all audio, but it'll still bring you right here to O'Brien Field of the ballpark and get a chance to hear the Cyclones, the orange and black of Ryan Presnell. We're very excited. And more of the pregame show coming up next year on Facebook Live. At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications, in 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have one of those, we have 3 ASE Master Technicians here. With the ratio, goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop. So it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import and Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
Bottom of the 4th inning gets started again. Minton, I checked that wrong team. Flip it over here. It's going to be Brody Adams, Nick Johnson, and Evan Perkins, 5, 6, and 7 of the Cyclone 4th. What a play turned in by Eggleston to end the inning. That was big time. Pitch down and away. He went to his right, smothered the baseball, come up and threw. A pretty fast kid coming down the line, and he got him in the bang-bang play at first. Great job by Ethan Eggleston defensively for the Cyclones. 2-0 Elizabethton. Had he not got that, a run and scored and cut the lead in half. Akert brings it. Swing and a foul back. This is in Adams. Adams reached on an infield hit back in the 5th inning. I'm sorry, 1st inning. 2 runs and 4 base hits for Elizabethton, leading at 2-0 here in the 4th with scheduled 7. Elizabethton 1-1 conference win over Sullivan East, big time win on Saturday. Come from behind to win 11-7. Lost a heartbreaker here to Unicoi County last Monday night. Just misses inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Unicoi County flexing their muscles. They're going to be a team to be reckoned with, not only here but on down the line. I think this year they got a lot of horses in the barn in Unicoi County. This Cyclone team is getting better by the game, growing up. There's only 4 seniors and a strike 3 called. He's gone. That was out of the strike zone, but there's one away. 4th strikeout for Akert. Nothing fancy, but being steady for Eddie here. He's struck out a Cyclone in every inning. Here's Nick Johnson, who struck out to end the 1st. Akert working from the wide. 2-0 Elizabethton here in the 4th. First pitch, jammed him. 3rd base. Light, nice play. High throw, pulled it down. Nice job down to 3rd by Brody Light. 2 away. Not a very big kid. Not very tall, but he's got a cannon down to 3rd. 2 down. Here's Evan Perkins. Perkins grounded out to the second baseman to start the 2nd inning for Elizabethton. Unlike last Monday night when the wind was blowing in and out and all over the place, tonight, Old Glory and the POW flag in straightaway center is hanging very quiet and still tonight. Bounced up there, ball 1. Pretty excited. Friday night is going to be sponsored by Camp Tampa Wingo. My daughters have been there before back when they were young, stayed at camp. That's a great place. over in Watauga. CBM Ministries, Camp Tapawingo. That's good. 1-0 pitch outside and away, 2-0. Good eye by your two-out batter, Perkins. Is Elizabethton Dugout Club, Doug? Is that the name of it? These guys and ladies work Cyclone Dugout Club. Work very hard. Here's a high pop out in shallow left field, going back over his shoulder. It will fall for a base hit. No! Made a nice catch. Spoke too soon. Shortstop over his shoulder catch. Nice job by Blake Lucas. And that puts the Cyclones out 1-2-3 in the inning. Great play. Over the shoulder catch with his back to the infield, racing out towards left center field in the angle, and makes a nice catch. Quite frankly, made it look easy. And so for the first time in the ball game, the Cyclones go out 1-2-3. We've played 4 full. Cyclones lead at 2-zip. We're going to keep it right here and talk about Candy and the folks again at Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union. And we appreciate them so very much, and again, being with us here on the broadcast. Building financial relationships one member at a time. One of the things they can help you with is My Money Track Solutions. My Money Track Solutions program helps people recovering from credit issues to get their credit history and financial security on track, allowing them to gain financial independence, which is a really cool thing for folks who are kind of in a hard way. Workshops and training. That over 4,400 participate in this workshop and training back just last year. Financial counseling, home buyer education, a credit score review. Had over 3,100 complete that credit score review and financial assessment class in 2016. And so they're here to help you, and they do a great job. Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union. And the president and CEO is Ron Scott. And they can help you in Southwest Virginia, Eastern Kentucky, and, of course, Northeast Tennessee. 4 in the books, 2-0. Elizabethton, we go to the 5th inning. Central has Carson Minton settling in, and a pitch strike call from Daly. Daly has given up 1 hit. Here's a slow ground ball right on the numbers to the third baseman. Even the bag throws. Got him. Nice job. Minton's retired. 1 away. The ground ball to Brody Adams III. He'll go to work on Trey Sales. Sales, that great play out in center field. A diving play back his last at-bat by Ryan Wetzel to record that first out of the 3rd inning. 2-0 Elizabethton in the 5th. Oh, man, belt-high fastball. Daly still got some pop. Asked Coach Presley in the pregame, how long are you going to ride this horse? As long as we can ride it, and right now, why would you not? 1 hit, 4 strikeout performance for the 10th grader so far. This one inside, got him off the plate, and it's 1-1. Luke Hudson on deck. So, again, Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union. Thank you again to those folks sponsoring tonight's ball game. They can help you with new and used car loans, boats, RVs, motorcycles, downstairs, 2-in-1, personal loans, mortgage loans. And if you're a member of the Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union, you have access to over 85,000 ATMs around the country. 2-1 pitch, and reaches out and strokes one to Robinson at short. Gobbles it up, short, got him. 2 down, 6-3 in the putout. St. Michael's first rodeo. He's played a little baseball. Makes it look pretty easy out there. 2 away in the inning. Update with 41 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Tennessee, the Lady Vols lead Louisville 47-44. So Tennessee's regained the lead in a seesaw affair in Louisville in front of a big house for the Lady Cardinals tonight. Strike call to your 2-out batter, Luke Hudson, who grounded out to Robinson his first time up. Robinson's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 putouts tonight at shortstop. Daly brings it. Ground ball to guess who? Robinson at short. He fields. He throws. Low throw. Dug out. Nice job. And that is another bang-bang 1-2-3 inning by Matthew Daly and the Cyclone defense. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Elizabethton leads it 2-0. We'll be right back after this. You're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Bottom of the fifth for the Elizabethton Cyclones here. They come against Akert. It's Ryan Wetzel. 8-9-1. Wetzel, Carr in the top of the order. Ethan Eggleston. Akert has not pitched all that bad. If you look at it, he struck out 4. He's scattered, 4 base hits so far. Elizabethton's not had a base hit since Wetzel's single back in the second, so he's doing okay out there, Akert. But right now on the losing end of a 2-0 score in the bottom of the fifth of a scheduled 7. Akert. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Pitch down and away. You look at Daly's numbers. He's pitched 5 innings. He's put them out in order 4 out of the 5. He's allowed 1 ball out of the infield. A fly ball by Trey Sales to start the third inning. When great play made out there in center by Ryan Wetzel. Other than that, it's been everything on the infield. That tells you he's got control. Pitch upstairs. So either somebody's got a campfire something's on fire. Because I'm smelling wood smoke. That's country. I love smelling wood smoke. And it's pretty prevalent. 2-1 pitch, misses inside, good eye, 3-1. Doug, you reckon something's... You got my back, though. You pick me up and carry me out of here, wouldn't you? Yeah, he's going to throw me on his back and carry me out of here. Yeah, right. 3-1 pitch, bad handle, flare first base side, giving chase, good effort, could not get to it. First baseman Noah Vaughn, so count runs 3-2 now. Somebody's cooking s'mores or something. Smell a little wood smoke going on here, which I love, smelling wood smoke. Is that what it is? Maybe camp. It's the marshmallows. It's s'mores. Doug said, don't worry about it, son. It's all right. Pitching. And it's downstairs. Ball 4 draws a leadoff walk. Ryan Wetzel. Here's Jesse Carr. Carr tapped back the box. His only plate appearance back in the second. Elizabethton, I've got him 2 runs on 4 base hits. Central's, I've got him unofficially 4 errors tonight. Let's see what Carr can do in the top of the order coming up next here. Runner going, bunt, out in front of the plate, a good one. Akert to Fields, throws first base side, got it, job done. He'll go around second. He's going to third. Here's the throw, and he will be out at third base. A double play ball. Nice job. Fresno rolling the dice and gambling, and he got gunned down. Nice play on 1-3 to start with. On the sacrifice, that's out number 1, then out number 2 across the diamond, 3-5 to get the sliding Ryan Wetzel. 2 away, top of the order to Ethan Eggleston. Eggleston with a strikeout and a ground out. He's over. And a miss inside to a fastball, ball 1. You know the way Daly's pitching, why not? Round second, a tight ball game, bring him to third. He did. He rolled the dice and gambled, and nice throw by the first baseman Noah Vaughn to cross the diamond to the awaiting Holden Light to take the tag or the throw and apply the tag to put him out. Akert struck call to Eggleston. I think Eggleston Doug, when he the one that took the foul ball on the cheek down to Crockett, peeled him back? I was down there. I wasn't in there 5 minutes watching the scrimmage. Eggleston gets the ball, rolls up the bat, hits him in the face, slices his face, he's bleeding like a stuck hog. And they took him, I guess, to the emergency room. So, kind of a freaky play. Came off the bat, hit him right in the cheekbone, and sliced him like a razor. Yep. No stitches. Just butterflied it. So, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. We're in the bottom of the 5th. With scheduled 7, 2-0 Elizabethton. Akerd brings it. Eggleston hits a ground ball right on the numbers to the first baseman, drops it, picks it back up, recovers himself, and has got the out, and the inning is over. 3 unassisted on the play. We've played 5. It's Elizabethton 2, Sullivan Central nothing. We'll be right back after this. You're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball, brought to you by Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
First pitch to Holden Light pops him up to start the 6th inning in foul ground. Giving chase is backing out of play. Strike 1. We go 9-1-2. Holden Light, Blake Lucas, and Matt Long. We're into the 6th inning, 5-inning totals for Elizabethton. Unofficially 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. They've left 4. And for Sullivan Central, no runs and a 1 base hit. The leadoff single by Blake Lucas. They've committed 4 errors and left 2. That's unofficial. Here's Light. Bad handle pop backing on plays in the hole with no balls and 2 strikes. He struck out to end the 3rd inning. Again, Daly with 4 strikeouts. Lucas in the 1st, Akerd in the 2nd. Light here got him in the 3rd, and then a strikeout to Akerd in the 4th. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, trying to get his 5th strikeout of the game. And he won't have it. A fly ball left field. Backpedaling and making the catch on a routine fly ball. Nicely played by Jesse Carr. Looking up at the lights. There's 1 down. Only the 2nd ball out of the infield hit tonight. Top of the order, Blake Lucas, a single and a strikeout. The only base hit of the ball game came by Lucas on a 2-strike count as he shot one into right field back in the 4th inning. And strike called. It's been the Matthew Daly show tonight, folks. This kid's grown up right in front of us, only a sophomore. So you take him and Hartley and get Brody Adams on track and look out for this pitching staff. Oh, nice curveball. Misses outside, not by much. In Elizabethton's 2 games, they've struck out 21 opposing batters in 2 games. You can do the math. This one fouled back. So you add 5 more to that total tonight so far. 26 strikeouts in 3 games for the Elizabethton pitching staff, and we haven't got into warm weather yet. Led, of course, by Mr. Hartley. Brings it. Bounced up there. Garrett Hartley with 16 strikeouts out of the team's 21. Daly had 2 in the loss to Unicoi County. He's picked up 5 more tonight. He's got 7 strikeouts on the season. 2-2 pitch. Line shot on a rope to the second baseman. Great play. Short hopped at Eggleston, made it look easy. 2 down. He short hopped it on a ball hit right down around his knees and his shoestrings, made it look easy. 4-3 in the putout. Tell you what, I'm liking Ethan Eggleston at second. Defensively, he's made 2 nice stops tonight. That was a hard hit ball. Made it look routine. Short hopped it, gunned him down 2 away. Here's Matt Long. Bad handle pop, first pitch, foul ground, playable ball. Perkins the mask off and foul ground your catcher, and couldn't get it. Tough break, good try. So Ethan Eggleston has made 2 great plays out at second tonight. That one wasn't so dramatic except for the fact just the way it was hit. It was hit right on the screws, right to the bottom of his feet. He short hopped it and made it look easy. Sometimes that'll handcuff you and bounce away from you. Pitching. Oh, nice pitch right down the gutter pipe. Daly still got some heat. Whew, man, that was nice. No balls and 2 strikes. Top of the 6th, 2-0 Elizabethton. Daly brings it. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Another 1-2-3 inning for the sophomore. So out of 6 at-bats, Matthew Daly's retired him in order. 5 out of the 6 innings. 1-2-3 inning. Another strikeout recorded. That is now, what do we say, 5 now in the night for Daly. And we're going to keep it right here and get my man back on here for just a second. Ivan Sanders again from the Elizabethton Star. Want to get him on, talk a little bit. And what do you think, my man? Mr. Daly's putting on a show, isn't he?
He is. He's done a fantastic job tonight. And I'm just sitting here thinking, there's not too many major league coaches that wouldn't take an effort like that. I'm looking at Daly pitch. It kind of reminds me of Greg Maddox. He just don't overpower you with a whole lot of stuff, but he gets the ground ball outs. And, that's really key in high school baseball. If you can get them to hit it on the ground and get the outs, then you're not going to be a pretty easy night.
If you had 2 fly balls so far in the ball game. And again, Daly, this is his first start of the season. He came in relief in Unicoi County. So, Hartley's got the big 16 strikeouts so far this season. This kid's added, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to his credit now. So, pitching staff beginning to solidify a little bit. Get Brody Adams, who struggled the other day against Sullivan East, get him into the groove, and some of these other guys. And this is going to be a fun team to watch going down the stretch.
I think so too, Tom. When you can get your pitching on this early in the season, it doesn't bode too well for your opposition because you've already got 20-some strikeouts and going in 3 games. That's a pretty impressive mark this early, especially for high school baseball pitchers.
And it's cool weather. Theoretically they heat up and get a little bit once it gets hot and muggy and humidity kicks in. So good start with this pitching staff. First pitch, fly ball, well tagged down to the gap in right center, and they will not get to that. He'll take the big turn. He's motoring to second. He'll get the big turn. He's coming to third for the triple. Here comes the relay. He's in sliding save with a leadoff triple. He is Evan Carter. A 3-bagger for the freshman.
Tom, we were talking about the pitching, but here's a freshman, Evan Carter. I think he went 3 for 4 Saturday, and he comes up tonight with 2 hits. So getting a lot of production from these young kids early on.
Carter batting .667 coming in, the first triple of the season for Elizabethton. Carter stands at third with a leadoff 3-bagger. And here's Michael Robinson. Robinson with a single and reached on an error. They've had 4 errors tonight, the Central defense. So Robinson with a chance to get a little breathing room here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Pitching, fly ball. Right center field should be deep enough to bring him in, and they won't even get to it. It falls in easily. With an RBI, Robinson stops at second, and Akert may be running out of gas. This is 2 hard-hit balls and an RBI double credited for Michael Robinson. Carter in from third. It's 3-0. And for Michael Robinson, that is RBI on the season number 4 for the senior.
That's a big run too, Tom. That extra run there gives you a little bit more breathing room and should give Daly enough gas here in the top of the 7th to hopefully work through it and get a complete game shutout here.
Coach out to talk to his youngster at the mound. It would appear on the last 2 hard hit balls that the tank's empty or getting empty pretty quick. We're talking about the throwing arm of Akert, who's pitched pretty well, to be honest with you. He's had 4 errors behind him tonight, but again, 2 hard hit balls. The triple by Carter, and Robinson places the double down in the right field gap area as well. So back-to-back base hits for the Elizabethton Cyclones. Hits number 5 and 6 now tonight. Nobody out, and here is Logan Estep's turn at the plate.
Coach is taking a lot of time. I'm kind of expecting the pitching change coming up here, Tom. Nope, they're going to leave him in there.
They got one in the oven down there, though. They got one warming up. So, but umpire goes out and says, let's move along, boys. So, down the right field line, the bullpen is heating up now for Central. See what Estep can do. He's popped the second, grounded out to third. He's due. Cleanup batter for Elizabethton. Triple and a double and a run knocked in. It's 3-0 Elizabethton in the bottom of the sixth. Central gets one more chance. Here's a bad handle foul to the first base side. We'll talk to Coach Presnell in the postgame. He's going to come up and be with us, which is pretty cool. So Carter with the first triple of the season for Elizabethton, and Robinson notches the 5th double of the season for the Cyclones. Robinson's first of the year. And now Akert steps back off the mound, looks back into his runner at second. Michael Robinson dancing around out there. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Elizabethton's got another run. Big insurance run as Ivan Sanders setting in with us a little bit. The Elizabethton Stars squares the bunt, charging for first and misses outside. .5:16 to play. Lady Vols down 8, 59-51. Not looking good in Louisville tonight for the Lady Vols of Ollie Warlick. Akert brings it. Bunt, first base side. It's a foul ball.
I like Coach Presnell's thought pattern here and trying to get the runner to third base and maybe pick up one additional run to give him a little security there.
Here's an NIT score if you're interested. Illinois State, the Redbirds lead Central Florida 50-42 in the second. Something tells me NIT's in trouble. It just doesn't have the pizzazz. You say NIT's like, used to be a big deal. I don't think it's that big a deal now. This pitch misses inside.
Like we were saying earlier, though, with the job the selection committee did this year with the NCAA field, there wasn't a whole lot of pickings for the NIT to pull from either.
Good point. Very good point. Still surprised they didn't ask Tennessee to come play in the NIT. You would think with their fan base they would have gotten some fannies in the seats. Pitching, Estep and downstairs. Good eye by Logan Estep, 2-2.
I believe I read somewhere the other day that the Tennessee players had decided just to go on and work for next season and turn down that invitation.
Yep. They said, no, we want to get back in the gym, get working for next year. Akert's got him at second. Dancing around Michael Robinson. Nobody out, a run in here. 2-2 pitch to Estep. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Nice pitch by Akert. Got him to go after one upstairs and strike out swinging. One out here in the 6th. That is strikeout number 5 tonight for Akert. Here's Brody Adams. Adams a strikeout, an infield base hit. He's 1 for 2. Elizabethton 3, Central nothing. Bottom of the 6th of a scheduled 7. The Cougars get one more chance in the top of the 7th inning. They'll send to the plate 3, 4, and 5 against Matthew Daly. Akert looks, brings it, bounced up there. Wild pitch over the shoulder, skipped to the backstop, and a rounding third, Michael Robinson. So Robinson trots to third on the WP. That wasn't even close. Catcher had no chance to get that. So it's not scored a pass ball. That was over his left shoulder, the ricochet to the backstop. Robinson 90 feet away, so we'll get him. Take him any way we can get him. Robinson down yonder, as they say, trying to bring home that 4th run of the ball game. Akert's had tough luck tonight, really. He has struck out 5. He's scattered 6 hits, but his defense has been leaky. 4 errors tonight by the Central defense. Akert brings it. There's one back up the middle. That is an RBI single. Robinson in, and hits just keep on coming now for the Elizabethton Cyclones. So an RBI for Brody Adams.
Coach President gets Brody Adams going on with the stick, it's going to be a long season for the opposition for Elizabeth, and Brody could really do some damage with the stick.
First RBI of the season for Brody Adams. Here's Nick Johnson. Strikeout and a ground out at third. Akert, first pitch, nubs it. Shortstop Fields throws. Can he get him? Low throw, dug out. Did he get him? And he did not. Gets under the glove of the stretched out first baseman, and all hands will be safe. Question is, Ivan Sanders, would that be a base hit or an error on the throw? Was he going to get it anyway?
I'm thinking error.
I would too, all the way. So E6, error number 5 of the ball game for Sullivan Central. And so a courtesy run at first base for Elizabethton. Down to third is Adams on the corners. Still only one out, and it continues for Evan Perkins. Looks like he may be lifted. Nope. Yep.
No, what they've done is they brought in a courtesy runner.
Courtesy runner first.
So number 14 for Elizabethton running now, Tom.
Let's see if we can tell you who that young man is. Number 14. Nope, don't have numbers. Throw to first, back in. Doug Hartley, who's your courtesy runner first? He is Carson Dillard running at first. So Adams down at third. Johnson's lifted for Dillard to run at first. Got him on the corners, one out. They're pinched in on the corners defensively for Central. And a strike call to Perkins, who's grounded out twice to second and to short. He's over 2 in that 7 spot tonight. The sophomore catcher for Elizabethton. 3-0 Cyclones. Bottom of the 6th, trying to add to it. Base hit here kind of gets this thing going. And Akert knows it. Pitching very deliberately outside. Nice job by Minton to backhand that one out of the strike zone. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Wetzel due up next. On a cool night, Michael Akert's done a lot of pitches for Sullivan Central. To the belt, checks him again, working from the stretch, and brings it. And it's downstairs and a good eye by the right-hand batting 10th grader Evan Perkins. Our next broadcast, Friday night, Volunteer comes to town. Supposed to be in the 60s. Going to be a very nice night at the old Ball Orchard. Brought to you by Camp Tapawinga. CBM Ministry is going to sponsor that game. Thanks again to the Cyclone Dugout Club. Working hard. Runner going down, swinging a miss down to second. He throws that one into center field. Oh, nice job. Thought he was going to throw it into center field. Nice backhand spear with the shortstop. Reaching back over his head did Blake Lucas to keep that one going into center field. Strikeout swinging, 2 down. Perkins is gone.
Perkins is still in there, Tom.
Nope, Perkins is still in there. My bad. It's 2 strikes. Spoke too soon. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner did go down to second on the throw. So Dillard running for Nick Johnson down at second. Pitching upstairs, good eye. So Carter's played it, Robinson's played it, 2 in. 2 more on at second and third, only 1 out. So base hit here blows this puppy open right now. Which if you're a Cyclone fan is what you want. Perkins gets a chance to do a little magic here. Akert, very deliberate. A lot of pitches. Now he'll throw to third and it'll just let you know I'm over there kind of throw. Perkins again, a ground out to second to lead off the second inning and a ground out to end the 4th inning at shortstop. He's 0 for 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 men on, 2 runs in here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Again, the Cougars get one more shot at the top of the inning. Akert. And he chops it foul. Of course, the question at this point, with a cool night and it's getting cooler, Daly's been standing over there for a long time. This has been a long at-bat for Elizabethton. I would assume he'll bring him back out and see if he can finish it off.
Right now, there's no one in the bullpen, so
Yeah.
I would expect the same. Tom.
Yeah, they're going to let him go with it.
He's earned it, really.
Yep. He's not like me. He's a young pup. He can do it. Pitch. Oh, ground ball hit right on the numbers. Nice job by Light. He'll throw to first and got him. Nice job. Run scores. Nice play by holding Light down to third. Kept that from getting by him. Records it. Moving to his left. Fields it nicely. Throws. Gets the runner. Runner comes in. 3-run inning now for the Elizabethton Cyclones. Perkins is retired. 2 out. And it's Ryan Wetzel's turn. A single and a walk and a stolen base tonight. So Perkins does his job, but Holden Light really made a nice play down third. That gets by, it's a whole different ball game. Strike called.
Cougar infield's made a couple of nice plays tonight. The shortstop made a good play going into the outfield to snag a fly ball, and then that last play there by the third baseman was really impressive.
A 3-run, 3-hit inning so far for the Cyclones. They've jumped it up 5-0. Akert, way upstairs. Minton stands up to get that one. So the runner down the third is Dillard, the freshman, running for Nick Johnson. Triple, double, single, couple of ribbies, and 3 runs have crossed home plate here in the bottom of the 6th for the Cyclones. And now the bullpen goes down, starts getting loosened up inside, because it's been about a 15-minute at-bat here for Elizabethton, and maybe it's just Daly out there playing catch. So Daly just playing catch, staying loose. They're going to bring him back in here and see if he can't slam the door on the Cougars in the 7th. Pitching. Bad handle, foul, backing out of play, 2-2.
Wetzel, one of those players that Coach loves to see, has dirt from his waist down to his ankles, so he's definitely been in play tonight. And that nice diving stab early in the contest to rob Central of the base hit.
Somebody's going to use some soap powder tonight on his britches. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs, 3 big ones in. Cyclones got a big lead here, and he chops it foul at the plate.
No, he caught a fair ball. Play in the field is a fair ball, and Coach Ryan Presel right now is called timeout. I believe he's arguing the play here.
And let's see, it's out in front of the plate.
Like
he fields, throws to first, 2-3 in the putout. Then we'll converse, and he's going to say, I want to go home. You want to go home? Yeah, I'm hungry. You want to go home? Yeah. He's asking, is the Lady Vols winning? I don't know. Are you tired? Yes, I'm tired. You want to go home? Yes. No, I don't know what they're saying. But the 2 umpires are conferring. It would appear that the inning is over. Let's see.
Basically, I don't think the second base umpire really saw the play to start with, and it looks like they're going to leave the play standing, Tom, so it's going to be an out.
2-3 on the putout. So the inning, as it is hit out in front of the plate, and Wetzel hit him, went out in front of the plate, fair play, 2-3 on the putout. That is the inning, but it was a good one, obviously. You had 3 runs on 3 hits. You had 1 big error for the Central Cougars and left 1 on. We go to the 7th inning. Do or die for Sullivan Central. Can Daly slam the door? We're going to keep it right here as we go to the 7th. It'll be Mumpower, Akert, and Noah Vaughn, 3, 4, and 5.
This is a dandy ball game, Tom, but tomorrow, softball-wise, for Elizabethton.
We have a live goat chase.
All right.
I feel like I'm in West Virginia again, having a goat chase.
Doesn't look like the goat's going anywhere, though.
No. You know, you got to be worried about a man's out there with some cotton taped to his chest running like a goat. He'd be a little concerned. So there was 2 live goats and 2 guys dressed up like goats running. The goats got scared. They saw that boy out there with all that cotton taped to his chest. He didn't move. He got scared. Goats, I want to go home. Interesting. I'm sorry, you were making a good point.
Just a point of interest, tomorrow the Elizabethton girls softball team travels to Unicoi County for a big early season showdown. So it should be a dandy softball game tomorrow for any of the fans that can make it out over to Unicoi County.
Let's hope they can get that one in because it's supposed to pour down the rain. But, yeah, it's a big ball game, no question. We're going to be doing some of the Lady Cyclone softball in April. This first pitch, bad handle foul, backing out of play. Daly wants this baseball. He's want to slam the door on this puppy and get this thing done. Mumpower hit batsman back in the 4th and a ground out to end the first inning. He's 0 for 1. Upstairs, and it's 1-1. Lady Cyclones won. And they beat Sullivan East today.
Big win. Ken Hart does a great job with those girls.
Yes, he does. Elizabethton's blessed and got some great coaches, I'm finding out. Ryan Presnell, Lucas Honeycutt, Sean Whitten, Ken Harden. Daly says, I'm ready. 1-1 pitch. Upstairs. I'm going to tell you the coolest thing I saw last year. I came over to the football game. I guess the last home football game. There was a quartet of kids singing Mansion Over the Hilltop for an Elizabethton Cyclone football game, singing a Southern gospel song. I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. I don't know why. You don't see that much anymore.
That's
2017.
True. That's true.
And they sang the old cathedral song, Mansion Over a Hilltop. There's the first pitch. Fly ball, shallow right field, coming hard, going out. Nice job, Eggleston. He covers a lot of territory. This kid can play. Went away. He's made 2 great plays defensively, smothering the ball tonight. And then that one's angling towards the right field foul line, over the shoulder catch. Nice job by Eggleston. 1 away in the 7th. Here's Michael Akert. A couple of strikeouts tonight. And we will hear from Ryan Presnell here in the postgame. Is Norwood still here? He's still here, yeah. Alex Norwood. Norwood's who's going to win it all. You're a basketball guy. Who's going to win the national championship? West Virginia? Huh. Almost made me tear up. That's where I'm from. Almost heaven, West Virginia. Tell you what, they can play defense. Defense will win you ball games. They can flat, full court pressure defense. They can get after it. Swing and a miss. Boy, Daly's got some gas in the can. Wow. 7th inning, he brought that one, that pop in the leather there. Only a 10th grader. This kid's impressive tonight. Downstairs, that one had some pop to it. Again, Ivan, you talked earlier, made a great point. Cool night, first start of the season for this 10th grader. He played against Unicoi County last week. This is his first start. And he is putting on a show out here.
And a game like this goes a long ways, too, on down the road. And a quality start. I mean, it's really going to give him a lot of confidence.
Ivan Sanders with us from the Elizabethton Star. Strike call. Nice pitch. Read about this. Took some pictures, too, didn't you?
Yes, sir. Sure did.
2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Pitching. Bad handle foul back. Elizabethton leads at 5-0, trying to slam the door and get win number 2 here in this young season.
Happiest man in the ballpark right now has to be Coach Ryan Presnell. Probably going to be the biggest smile on his face if his young sophomore can finish this game out.
Oh, absolutely. 2-2 pitch, and he pops him up. Eggleston backpedals at second. He'll be waved. Nope, he'll take the catch. Thought he was going to get waved off. Makes catch 2 down. Backpedals about 7 steps, and shallow right field hauls it in 2 away in the game for Noah Vaughn. Vaughn is popped to second and grounded out to second, so... Pitching, line shot up the middle, base hit. 2 out, single to keep the game going. Nice piece of hitting by Vaughn. That is the first base hit since the single by Blake Lucas back in the 4th inning. and is only the second hit of the ball game for Sullivan Central. How about that? So he's working on a 2-hit shutout. 2 out in the game. Here's Carson Minton, the catcher. Ground out and a ground out to short, ground out to third. So Matthew Daly, the sophomore, trying to slam the door here in the top of the 7th. There's a good way to start it. Fastball right down the pipe, strike 1. He's aggressive. He wants to attack that. He wants that ball back. Attacks the batter. Strike 2 call. Daly. Back-to-back BBs down the heart of the plate. 0-2. I think it's pretty safe to tell you who my player of the game is tonight. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Foul tip struck him out, and that's the ball game. And a big win, 5-0.
Again, not having to go to the bullpen tonight was big, especially as many games that they got scheduled this week. At least they got some fresh arms coming in, weather permitting.
You got it. Matthew Daly, big win. Again, the Cyclones win at 5-0. Numbers coming up next. And also, Ryan Presnell due to join us coming up here in just a second. Ivan Sanders, thank you.
Thank you, Tom.
Appreciate it, my friend. Good job. Met this young man. I thought he hit a home run talking tonight. Never met him before in my life. Sit down, and we shot the bull pretty good for 2 old country boys, didn't we?
We sure did.
Give me some taters. Good man. Quick break. We'll be right back. Post-game show next. Cyclones win 5-0.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Back at O'Brien Field, victory for the home team tonight. The Cyclones win at 5-0. Big win tonight. How about it, our player of the game, Matthew Daly? This kid, his first start ever. Check that out. 6 strikeouts, a 2-hit shutout. Struck out 6, didn't walk a batter, and gets the complete game victory. Boy, you got to, if you're Ryan Presnell, you got to be slobbering and foaming to the mouth to know you got a 10th grader, his first start ever. He goes the distance on a cool night. 2-hit shutout, struck out 6, and had complete control, and he was still popping that leather of Evan Perkins even in the last at-bat of the ball game. So, again, Elizabethton wins with an impressive game tonight. Again, 5-0 the final. And so, Coach is here with us, and is he grinning? Oh, yeah. He's grinning like a fox in a hen house. Why would he not be? Coach, you know this. It's sophomore, first start ever, cool night. Struck out 6, 2-hit shutout. Got some offense behind him and beat a kid that really battled tonight. Michael Aker gave him a good effort by Sullivan Central. But the Cyclones, you got to be tickled for your sophomore starter.
You don't see that very often.
No.
Yeah,
No.
you know, especially with the new pitch count rules, we have to make sure that we're going to be able to have him maybe a little bit later in the week. But once he started rolling, Obviously we're looking at pitch count from a health standpoint. We're going to take care of his arm, but once he started rolling, we'd probably plan maybe 4th or 5th inning, pull him in. But I think he threw maybe 76 total pitches in a 7-inning game. That's less than 11 pitches per inning. Our goal where we measure whether or not an inning is successful defensively, as far as pitching is concerned, is less than 13 pitches, and that comes up to an average of 11 pitches an inning. You can ask for nothing more, and I think it's one of those things. He was so good that unfortunately we coasted a little bit on offense. Started feeling some pressure there towards the end. Try to dial up a couple of things here and there that didn't really work, but we got what we needed when we needed it. And coming off that big win on Saturday, you got to look at a little bit of a letdown after a day off yesterday on Sunday. It's gonna kind of drag a little bit, but we got what we needed when we needed it, and Matthew Daly was there.
He was on.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, was he on. I thought you had a couple of kids played some great defense tonight, too.
Yeah.
I keep going back to Ethan Eggleston made some big plays out at second place.
Huge diving play there at second. I think Michael Robinson's got probably 7 putouts from shortstop position. When you get play like that from your middle in high school ball, plus you've got a great diving catch by Ryan Wetzel in center. When your middle's that solid, got to talk about Evan Perkins. I don't think one pass ball tonight. You get play like that up the middle in high school, 9 times out of 10, if you can hit 2, 3, 4 runs, you're going to win a baseball game.
Talking to Coach Presnell. So the schedule, weather permitting, rest of the week, you go to Volunteer tomorrow.
Go to North
tomorrow.
Yes.
Then you go to Volunteer. Then Volunteer comes back here Friday, right?
That's the plan. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. So if you go tomorrow night, who's your starter? You decided yet?
We're still looking at that. We're going to go in there and dial a little something up, see what we come up with.
Staff.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you. I've only a 2-year head coach. You're trying to take advantage of me up here.
Hey, I appreciate you coming over. It's a lot of fun. Your kids play hard. They get after it. And, again, for a 10th grader making his first start on a cool night, a 2-hit shutout, struck out 6, and was still popping that leather in the top of the 7th inning. That's big time, and that's something you can ride that horse later on in the season, can't you?
Yeah, I think we will. And the thing is, we tell our guys, they may look up in the stands and see thin crowds some night, but if you look up tonight, man, we've got great crowds. These are crowds we were having for a championship battle home against South last year. This crowd topped that. It's a non-conference game on a Monday night. We tell our guys, there's a bunch of people that pay $5 to watch y'all play. You need to put on a show. We're aggressive on the base pass, and sometimes I get us in a little bit of trouble running on the base pass. But I tell you what, if somebody's going to come pay $5 to watch us play, by golly, we're going to give you your money's worth. I want them to remember this game. I want them to remember you. And really, I think the ultimate compliment, a guy told me this last year, said, I like bringing my son to watch you guys play because he learns the way the game's supposed to be played.
That is a compliment.
That's the ultimate compliment you can get as a baseball coach.
I know Matthew Daly, this is a game he'll never forget. His first start ever, big-time performance. He's our player of the game. Coach, see you Friday. Cyclone Pride, congratulations.
Cyclone Pride on a nice night with a goat race.
You got it. You can't beat it with a goat race. Again, Coach Ryan Presnell with us again, 2 in a row. They've won. They're now 2-1 on the season. And so tomorrow, as you heard him say, going to Sullivan North, weather permitting. Big win tonight for the Cyclones. Again, as they ride the arm of one sophomore, Matthew Daly. Again, a 2-hit shutout, struck out 6, and was in complete control of this ball game, overriding a good performance by Michael Akert, who had a heck of a night and a losing cause. Akert again tonight came out, and Michael Akert for the Elizabethton Cyclones struck out 6 on his own, but again had some leaky defense, 5 errors on the night for Sullivan Central, and so again Elizabethton prevails, as we said, 5-0. So we'll come back and close it out after this quick timeout and give you the final numbers. Cyclones win 5-0. Right back after you hear this. You're listening to Elizabethton Cyclone Baseball.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Back at O'Brien Field, let's give you the numbers again. By the way, the Lady Vols eliminated tonight, losing 75-64, so Tennessee's out of the NCAA tournament. Numbers tonight behind Matthew Daly's outstanding performance. He's our player of the game. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and 5 left for Elizabethton. That is unofficial. And for the Sullivan Central Cougars, no runs, 2 hits, 5 errors, and a strand 2. Winning pitcher Matthew Daly, his first start ever as a Cyclone, a 10th grader. Again, a 2-hit shutout, struck out 6, did not walk a batter, put on a show tonight for this 10th grader. And again, the losing pitcher, and he struck out 6 in his own right, or struck out 5, but came up short, was Michael Akert for Sullivan Central. So the Cyclones have 2 in a row, and they'll get ready, weather permitting, at Sullivan North coming up tomorrow night. We will rejoin you coming up on Friday. It'll be right back here on Friday night. Can't wait. It'll be a 7 o'clock first pitch. We're going there right around 6:30 when Volunteer comes to town. And again, that game being sponsored by the good folks from the CBM Ministries from Camp Tapawingo. Again, thanks to Candy Craig and the folks from Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union. If you see Candy as a Cyclone fan, say, hey, thanks for sponsoring Cyclone Baseball. And again, thanks to Doug Hartley and the folks from the Cyclone Dugout Club for, again, allowing us to come up here and broadcast these games. This is cool. I like hanging over here in Betsy. This is good stuff. We are out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours tomorrow. On the road to the Tom Taylor Sports Show from 11 to 1. Check us out, TomTaylorSports.com. Had over 2,400 views on Friday when we were at Food City. Tomorrow we'll be at American Import and Auto Repair, home of the free loaner car program in Johnson City. Probably giving away some free oil changes tomorrow. So that'll be pretty cool to do that. And then also Wednesday we'll be at Chick-fil-A, Thursday at Champion Chevrolet, and next Friday, or this Friday, we'll be right down the road to Food City here in Elizabethton for the Midnight Madness sale. So for Doug Hartley and the Cyclone Dugout Club, Coach Ryan Presnell, and Candy Craig, our sponsor with Appalachian Community Federal Credit Union, this is Tom Taylor telling you, as always, win or lose, be a good sport. Good night, everybody.